just okay.
Start the show already. Sheesh.
Well, good morning, all you fine folks. Good morning, Ketchup. How are you today?
I'm good, Jay. How are you?
Good. How was your Christmas?
It was really good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Saturn had a good Christmas, I'm assuming.
Yes, she had a good Christmas. She was very happy. She appreciated all the stuff that she got.
Well, that's wonderful. Wonderful to hear. I hope all you fine folks had a wonderful Christmas out there. Hi, Faves. How are you? And TK and Nick D and Happy. I see you. Taz, sarcastic.
Hi, Faves.
But yes, I enjoyed Jeremy Hill's show very much yesterday. It was kind of it was a break from all of the other stuff he has to deal with on a regular basis, even though he still has to deal with it. It was a nice little break. I enjoyed that one.
I thought it was great too, but man, it made me realize how much I've forgotten since I went to Catholic school and was because I was an acolyte for like 3 years
I
at
aced
church.
the quiz.
You what?
I aced the little quiz he was doing.
No, you didn't, because we were texting during the show, Jay, about how bad we were both doing.
I got it right. It was the 12 Magi Kangles. There was all the turtles that were inside the manger.
Like, you did get that one right.
Yeah, there were turtles in there. They were mostly dead. They had the dead turtles. You had a tug on there on a fake phone call. He was in there. I remember that one. But I got most of it right. Good morning, Big Bob. Good morning. Yeah, hi, Kimmy and Philip Kraft and Gary and Cindy. I see you guys popping in here. Hi, Wishful She Devil. But yeah, it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. It was just nice to see. It's always nice to take a break from all of the idiots that are out there that we normally cover on a daily basis. And even though today we're covering an idiot as well, as we're going to finish up day 2 of trial and maybe start day 3. Even though today we're also covering an idiot, he's behind bars already for the rest of his life. He's already been essayed in prison, allegedly, and he's had a tooth knocked out, at least one, allegedly. And I've seen him with a beat up eye or a bruised eye, just like he gave Erica Patterson. So as you can see, it's come full circle. This is what I wanted out of this trial. This is why I'm glad that Wisconsin doesn't have the death penalty. In prison for the rest of his life. I guarantee you, it's not an enjoyable time for Darrell Brooks. All right, he has an entire life of this. All right. So I actually prefer this. I know I don't want to make it political, but, because some people might have a differing view, but I like it when people get their upcomings and to know he's 42 years old, whatever he is, 43, to know that there's a good chance he has 40 more years of this coming, if not more. All right. So I enjoy that portion. But that's for me. But it kind of depends on the person. Your thoughts on that, Ketchup?
I agree with everything you just said.
Oh, thank you. But anyways, today we're going to move on with Darrell Brooks. We're going to finish that up. I did watch a little bit of the Fleabag show. They're still running with the same old thing. Tug was never on the phone with Elemental P. As Ketchup said, she's playing semantics. That is correct. He wasn't on direct phone call with Elemental P. All right, it was a phone on top of a phone. Okay, very
But they were still talking in the same conversation. They were still corresponding or talking back and forth, having a conversation. So this is just getting old. She just doesn't want to have to say anything. So she's beating around the bush, pretending to be stupid. Oh, I didn't see it. It's not real. It's a lie.
Yeah. She'll never, fess up to anything. She's going to continue running her fraud racers with no accountability whatsoever. And yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing because after the first hour, I thought it was going to be because she was crying again. She was crying about the kid again, who she refuses to put a roof over her head. The kid that she wants to live in a shed, wants to live in an RV, is withholding money from thousands of dollars. But she's crying about the kid who she'll send apparently a bag of Christmas presents to, but won't put a roof over the kid's head. Instead, nope, go sleep in the shed. All right, so yeah, it seems a bit disingenuous there, if you ask me.
Right.
But Tug was really good. Tina was really good last night on the show.
Yeah, she seems like a really good person, and I just don't know how she put up with Lynette for all that time. Did you see all those messages, Jay?
Oh yeah. Oh, there was tons I saw as she was rolling through them. Very, very nice.
And the amount of phone calls per day? I mean, you don't even call that many times in a day.
Oh no, so I'm glad if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Tina was terrific. She had messaged me, I think, and I'd messaged her back before the show. You know, she was just saying, "Hey, I'll be on the talk show." I mean, I've never talked to her before until yesterday, but she was just reminding me that she was going to be on the show with Tug and to tell people to go check it out. And I said, "Well, I'm actually not streaming for the first time in many weeks. This is the first day I did not have a stream. I was going to do members only. I couldn't figure out a time to do it because I was like, you got Jeremy Hales, then you got Tug. There's really not a time frame that's going to work out for me to do a show. So it's like, we're going to just take the day off. So anyways, there we are. Now today we're going to pick up with Darrell Brooks. But yeah, she was really good. And yeah, hopefully we'll see more of her. I'm sure she's going to give us more content as she can. So, all right. Now we picked up last time. Hang on one sec. We were just finishing up Erica Patterson on the stand, and then we'll move on. Or did we get to the first officer yet? I don't think we did we?
Well, you wrote it down. It was like, didn't you write the timestamp down? It was like 114 something.
Let me see.
I
thought. Hang on one sec. Just go find out. I'll pull up my own show.
I remember you writing it down at the end of the show.
Hang on. Darrell Brooks is cross-examining her. Okay, I have it in the right spot. Let's see. Hang on, let me mute this. I just want to listen. I just want to grab that timestamp. I think I have this exactly right where we want to be. Just give me a second here, folks. I just don't want to mess what we. Yes, I'm in the right spot. All right, I can shut that down. This is where we were. We're in the right spot. Okay. Brooks is never getting out of prison. Thanks. You spoiled it, JD. You spoiled it. Hi, Shelly. How are you? I hope you're doing well, Shelly. Crusty old witch. Okay, let me see. Let me take us off the screen and turn the volume up. All right, now what we have is we have Erica Patterson still on the stand. There's very little left of Erica Patterson. She's almost done. And then we're going to get, I believe, to our very first police officer that will come up. And yeah, there we go. Now there's a lot of breaks in here, a lot of breaks. So we'll be able to fast forward through quite a bit of stuff because there's a lot of breaks. I mean, you and Star put up with Jay. Who puts up? What are you talking? Who puts up with Jay? What are we talking about?
Taz was talking about how I said you don't even call that many times in a day, and he was saying that Tina, there's good people out there, and that Tina did it for the child. And I agree. I would do it for the child too.
Well, yeah. I mean, Fleabag's not going to do anything for the child. She's already withholding their
Oh
money.
no. It's all about her and how she can get, everybody to think she's so great and,
Yeah,
steal money.
She's over there crying like she's a good person while she's holding their money. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously.
Well, I don't know if she's holding it, but,
no, it's
she
under contract.
probably spent it.
Yeah. Well, no, don't forget, at least so far, don't forget it's under contract with apparently contractors.
With an imaginary contractor?
A contractor who doesn't have a license, because a licensed contractor would get a permit. All right. You don't have a contractor that's licensed, or they would get the permit for you. Oh, it's so frustrating. I can't do it anymore. I'd rather listen to Brooks right now. That's terrible.
Sustained. You don't need to answer that.
Yes, ma'am.
Other than what you can recall about what the alleged defendant told you that they knew about Waukesha, how did the alleged defendant meet up with you in the location that you gave?
Mr. Brooks already knew where Frame Park was. Mr. Brooks previously had been to Waukesha plenty of times before. He's told me that.
And when was that told to you, and what conversation? Was it that day?
Before that, I'm not sure which day it was. I just know he knows about Waukesha.
So would it be fair to say that when you told the alleged defendant where you were, that the alleged defendant knew exactly where you were?
Yes.
And how would the alleged defendant know that?
Because Mr. Brooks already knew Waukesha. He knew exactly where to go.
Did you at any time give directions where you may have been?
How could I give directions when I barely knew Waukesha myself?
Is that a no?
That's a no, sorry.
Thank you.
So
she's not happy.
If you barely knew Waukesha yourself, where did you get the information of where you were from, where you were at the time of the conversation via telephone?
I left the women's shelter with Corey, and she knows that location. She told me what Frame Park was. I didn't know the name.
And would it be fair to say, assuming from what you just said, that you were with the alleged defendant for approximately around 30 minutes or so?
Yes.
And during that time, did you make any disparaging remarks or anything to entice the argument to escalate?
No.
So you didn't say anything at all during your 30 minutes with the alleged defendant?
No, because I was crying the whole time because Mr. Brooks was yelling at me, arguing with me.
So you said absolutely nothing at all?
I was crying the whole time.
Did you say anything?
No.
A few more.
No.
A few more questions.
Okay.
A few more hard-hitting questions.
You said that during this, well, once you had got out of the vehicle, as you say, you stated that your friend Miss Corey pulled you away from the vehicle because it swerved.
Yes, it was in the video.
You do know that we just saw the video. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, but there's two angles of the video.
Well, we only saw one, so I'm referring to the
Yes,
video that we saw.
Corey pulled me out the way when Mr. Brooks made a U-turn, and you almost swerved into Miss Patterson, which is me.
Yes, sarcastic.
Would it be fair to say that the video does not show that?
There's different angles, but the video does not show that. The video we watched.
So the video that we just watched, that the jury just saw, there is no swerving of the vehicle and you being pulled back. Would that be?
Look at him. He's got his little baby pen because he can't have like adult stuff. So he's got his little child pen that he can write with.
His bendy pen.
It's a bendy pen. I sent your coffee over. It should be there already, Rosalind. I already sent it over. I DoorDashed it. It was DoorDash. They didn't come? Oh, I didn't tip the driver. There's going to be... You may not want to drink that, Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Oh, he's got that little baby pen in his hand with his long, gangly fingernails.
Ugh.
Oh, he's so disgusting. He's so gross.
Fair to
From
say.
that far angle, you can kind of see it. Yes.
Would that be fair to say? That
You
there's-
answered the question, Mr. Brooks. Next question. Under 906.11 sub 1 sub C, I direct your attention to that next question.
906.11. This is going to happen all the time. 906.11.
Do you recall what was said during the altercation between is it Miss Corey and the alleged defendant?
No, I don't remember.
Would it be fair to say that you were standing right there?
Yes, I just don't remember what was being said.
Good morning, Ross.
Do you recall reporting anything that may have been said during that incident?
No,
Did you give a statement to anything that may have been said during that incident?
no,
Was anything directed towards you verbally in that incident?
yes. Corey told Mr. Brooks, don't ever hit my effing friend again. I remember that part. That was in the beginning.
Do you remember anything else that may have been said?
No,
Do you recall anything being said by Nick to the alleged defendant?
no,
Do you recall the alleged defendant saying anything to Nick?
Good morning, Jeremy. Good morning, Jeremy. Merry Perry Day after Christmas. Perry Day after Christmas. Enjoyed the show yesterday. Enjoyed Tug's show as well. Good day. Good day. Those the two great streams. One great one after another. Those were wonderful. And yes, Merry Perry Day after Christmas. Watching a little wonderful Day After Christmas Darrell Brooks. That's always fun.
Right?
no. I don't remember.
You also stated that right after this incident, you talked to law enforcement. Would that be fair to say?
Yes,
At any time, did you report any abuse?
yes.
And what did you report?
That you hit me?
Hi, Big Dirt. Morning,
And
Reynolds.
you gave a statement to that effect?
No, not to that police officer, but the detectives at the women's shelter.
Well, I'm referring to right during, well,
Oh, I don't
directly
remember.
after the incident.
I don't remember what I told that police officer.
Just one quick second, I'm reading from the statement, if I may.
You may.
Do you remember what was said by the alleged defendant when that incident ended?
No, I do not remember.
Do you remember reporting in your statement that the last thing he said to me was FUB, erase my number? Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
Would it be fair to say that you reported that this was said?
I don't remember.
Do you remember giving a statement to that effect?
No.
Would it be fair to say that you gave a statement?
No, I don't remember. I gave a statement.
What the heck is Boxing Day? Is Boxing Day? And Melanie says Happy Boxing Day. What's Boxing Day?
I don't know.
Huh. Is there supposed to be boxing on TV? Oh, it's the day after Christmas, Melanie says. They call it Boxing Day. Okay. Well, all right. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to look into that. Hope you're not telling any stories. I sped it up a little bit because the rest of his little interview with Erica's going to get a little dry here. Well, every interview is going to be a little dry.
To the detectives at the Women's Center.
So
That's
would it be
what I
fair? I'm sorry, I didn't know.
We've done answering.
Yes.
All right, next question.
Would it be fair to say that your memory is kind of cloudy of that day because you were intoxicated?
No.
What does it matter if she was drunk?
There's a lot of things in this statement that you don't seem to remember. Is that fair to say?
Sustained. Next question.
Would it be fair to say that you reported 2 different incidents?
Yes.
Do you remember the dates of those incidents that you
The
reported?
20th and the 21st.
Would it be fair to say that there was no incident on the 20th?
No.
Would it be fair to say that you were initially not truthful with law enforcement?
No.
Do you recall making a statement to law enforcement on November the 22nd of 2021?
I don't remember. I made the statement on the 21st of the day of the parade when I met the detectives that night.
Do you recall making a second statement the next day, or the next morning rather, which would have been the 22nd of November 2021?
Yes, I did actually. Yes, I did.
Do you recall what you reported that day?
I told them about the 20th when I met with Mr. Brooks, and all we did was argue. And you hit me then too.
So you reported incidents for 2 days in a row.
Yes.
Do you recall at any time telling law enforcement that you were not truthful and wanted to be truthful at that point?
No.
So you never made a statement to your knowledge that you fabricated a reported abuse incident?
No.
1 second here, I'm reading from you.
Let's celebrate that, French Psycho. Terrible.
To the best of your knowledge, do you remember talking with a detective? I don't want to butcher his name, Your Honor. I don't know how to pronounce it.
You can spell it, that's helpful.
A detective, Behrendt.
Detective Barrett, is it a detective or an officer?
It says detective, Your Honor.
Okay, ask your question.
Do you remember speaking with that detective?
Yes.
Do you remember what you reported to that detective?
I don't remember.
I'm reading directly from the statement, Your Honor, if I may.
Ask your question.
Do you remember reporting to that detective saying you were not completely forthright with all of the information that you had given because you were afraid to get other people involved in your drama or your business?
I don't remember that.
And I'll object and move this strike based on the fact that I think I'm safe in saying that that is not from the report which the defendant is referring to.
The objection is sustained. I'll grant the motion to strike by the state of the question and any response that may have been elicited before I address the objection.
Your Honor, quick question on that. I'm reading directly from the report.
Oh, God. Now Zach Witchow has to walk over there and show dummy Darrell that he's reading the wrong report. He's just been asking this woman all these questions from the same report. That's not even Erica Patterson's report. Oh, dear Lord. Darrell, come on. You're a lawyer here, Darrell. Come on. Get it together. This guy. I'll tell you.
Next question, Mr. Brooks.
Just 1 second.
Thank you.
I apologize for that, Your Honor. Do you remember at any time speaking with Officer Guth?
Yes.
And do you recall on what date that was?
November 21st.
Do you remember what you reported on November the 21st?
That me and Mr. Brooks, I met with Mr. Brooks at Frame Park. Me and Mr. Brooks got into an altercation. You hit me. I jumped out of your car and I walked and met my friend Corey. You followed me. And then after that, Nick and Miss Corey, they called the police officer. And then you drove off.
Just 1 second, Your Honor.
Good morning, Anthony.
Do you recall reporting to Officer Guth that you were not completely forthright with the information that you reported?
I don't remember. And no, actually, no, I did not say that. I apologize.
So reading from what was reported to Officer Guth states that what I learned from Erica Patterson was that when I spoke to her on the previous evening with Officer Garrett, was that the pronunciation, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
I don't have it in front of me. I'm not sure.
She was not completely forthright with all of the information she had given. Would that be fair to say?
What was your question?
Do you recall in your reporting to Officer Guth that you were not forthright with the information that you gave?
No, I don't recall that.
So to the best of your recollection, at any time that you reported incidents to any law enforcement, at any time do you recall being untruthful?
No.
So do you remember the date and time of the first incident that you alleged?
I don't remember the time, but it was November 20th.
Do you remember what time of day it may have been?
I just said I don't remember.
Do you remember where you were at?
Frame Park.
So would it be fair to say that both alleged incidents that you are alleging happened at Frame Park?
The second incident on November 21st did not happen on Frame Park. We were driving around and he hit me.
What I'm asking is where you were at when you met up.
Frame Park, yes. That's
On
not
both-
what you
on both
just said.
alleged occasions?
Yes. That's how Mr. Brooks knew where Frame Park is. He already knew Waukesha area in the first place.
Same park.
Yes.
Do you remember where you were at in Frame Park?
No, it was in the parking lot. The first side of the parking lot. Kind of by the baseball field, I think that is. If that is the baseball field.
Do you recall who you were with?
Nobody. I was with Corey on November 21st, and the first day on November 20th, I was by myself.
So it would be fair to say that you went to the park alone.
Yes. I met up with Mr. Brooks intentionally on the 20th. Yes.
Were you drinking that day?
No.
And how did you know how to get to Frame Park, as you call it?
I knew how to get to Frame Park. I'd been the previous times before that with Miss Corey. Walking past it. I knew how to get there because Corey walked with me that day too. I just was not with her. She walked towards there with me.
And so then you separated?
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you separate from Miss Corey at any time during the 21st?
Yes, I did. She left with Nick and I was with Mr. Darrell Brooks.
Do you recall to the best of your knowledge that it may have been someone else that she was with, that was with you that day?
She was by which day? Are you clarifying? Which day?
November the 21st of 2020.
She was with Nick that day.
The entire day?
Yes.
And you guys separated from that point?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say you guys separated after hanging out and drinking?
Mr. Brooks, under 906.11, sub 1, sub C, you need to move on to a new topic. We've been over this multiple times. It's been asked, it's been answered. Now it's under my authority under 906.11, sub 1, sub C, you need to move on.
So to the best of your knowledge, well, let me back up. How did you communicate with the alleged defendant on November 20th of 2021?
Phone calls,
Strictly phone calls, texts?
both. Mostly phone calls.
Do you remember what was said in those texts and phone
Same
calls?
Why are we bringing Texas into this? I mean, seriously. What did Texas? This happened in Wisconsin. This didn't have anything to do with Texas. I'm so tired of it. Why does he keep bringing Texas into this?
And he keeps calling himself the alleged defendant. No, it's not alleged. You are the defendant, sir.
You're very clearly the defendant based on what you're saying. There's no alleged about it. Oh, yeah.
Right.
I love you too, Bill. In a manly sort of way.
Hey, Bill.
But yes, can we just leave Texas out of this? This is terrible. Poor Texas gets a bad name, a bad rap, does this Texas. Hey, Rosalind's from Texas. Do you think Rosalind was involved? Oh, no. Oh, no. Because now he's bringing Rosalind Duke into the mix. Oh, no. He's bringing Texas.
Conversation we had on the 21st. He was mad because I wasn't giving him money from not bailing him out.
So why would you meet up with the alleged defendant that day?
Because I just wanted to. We have a 15-year-old together. I mean, I was always going to talk to you then.
Do you remember if there was any agreed upon meeting up that day?
Yes,
By you, by the alleged defendant?
both.
Do you remember the reason why you were meeting up?
I just said why.
So it would have been just to conversate?
Just to conversate.
Would it be fair to say that you could have communicated strictly by the phone?
Yes.
Objection.
Under 906, 11 sub 1 sub C, the objection is sustained. Next topic, if you have one, Mr. Brooks.
You said that you came to Wisconsin from another state. Would that be fair to say?
Atlanta, Georgia, yes. June 13th, 2021.
And why did you leave Georgia?
We were coming out here for 2 weeks, and I never went back.
Can you state why you never went back?
Number one, I came out here, I didn't have money. Number two, I had no way to get back. And you were always, Mr. Brooks was always physical.
So at any time were you ever offered money to go back to Georgia, or did anybody at any time ever?
No.
Did anybody at any time ever
What does this have to do with anything?
lend any help to help you go back to Georgia?
No.
I'm pretty sure the judge is going to shut this down here a little bit. I think so, because right here at 156, I see we're on. Yeah, we're going to move on. She's going to release him here very, very shortly. Because no, he's trying to keep her on the stand. Because remember what day it is.
It's her birthday.
It's her birthday. So he wants to keep her up on that stage or up on that stand as long as possible because it's her birthday. He's a dick, okay?
Yeah, he is. And the sad part about this is if all this stuff didn't happen, she would probably still be involved with him because that's the way those type of relationships are.
It was the power he had over her. He would
Right.
beat her. And this comes up actually. I'll get to this at some point. When we get to actually phone conversation transcripts between him and her on the phone where he's pretending he's not talking to her, even though he is, and he threatens her by saying, you know what my people will do to you. I don't know if he even has people, but she's under the understanding that he does because, you know, he's in a gang. And so he's like, you know what my people will do? You know, they'll end you if you don't say, you know, what I'm telling you to say, to tell the officer that. Even on phone conversations in this trial, he says the same thing. For what purpose? You already ran through an entire parade. Why are you trying to get out of the domestic stuff? I'm like, that's the least of your concerns, but he spends so much time trying to get his mom to call Erica and get her to lie about the domestic stuff, which matters almost nothing, you know?
Right. Well, it's typical abuser behavior, though.
Yeah. And by the way, he did end up, he never went to trial on the abusive violations or the DV, I should say, because he actually took a plea in that one. It dragged on for over a year after this one with a lot of postponements. but finally he went to trial. And he was actually very, let's just say, normal in that one. He was under control, took a plea like a normal person would take a plea. Normal person. I don't know. He acted normal in court that day. There was no antics. All right, so let's put it that way.
Did you, to the best of your recollection, did you want to go back to Georgia?
Objection, no.
Sustained. Next
Hi, Robert.
question, please.
Hi, Kelvin.
So why didn't you file a report with law enforcement on November the 20th after you alleged that you were abused?
Because I've been dealing with it for so many years, I just didn't do it. I don't see what this has anything to do with this case.
How long have you known the alleged defendant again?
Since I was 15, I'm 32 now.
Would it be fair to say that you lived in different states from the alleged defendant?
Yes, but
I'm sorry, that there was.
I was going to object and ask for clarification on the timeline there.
I'll sustain the objection. Rephrase the question.
I was going to get to that, Your Honor. Would it be fair to say that during the duration of the time knowing the alleged defendant, that the majority of that time you did not live in the same area or state?
yes, off and on. I met Mr. Brooks in Reno, Nevada. I moved out of Reno, Nevada in 2017 to Atlanta, Georgia. I moved Mr. Brooks throughout. I've known him throughout, back and forth, off and on.
Come on, Elise.
The whole 16 years, me and Mr. Brooks were not together, but it was off and on.
Did you guys live in the same area off and on during that time?
Objection, has to answer.
Sustained.
Out of the 16 years you said it was, correct?
Yes, off and on, Mr. Brooks.
How much of that time did you actually spend with the alleged defendant?
Objection, no.
Sustained. Also under 906.11 sub 1 sub C. Move on.
At the time of this alleged incident, were you and the alleged defendant in any kind of relationship?
Yes,
And were you a couple? Were you just co-parenting, or
we
what was the nature of the relationship? Is basically
were together. I wouldn't have came to Milwaukee, Wisconsin if I was not with him.
So it'd be fair to say that you were in a committed relationship.
Yes,
That officer just wants to pummel this guy, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big dude.
1 second. I'll just go over something.
You can tell how much he's mentally and physically abused her just by
So it'd
looking
be
at
fair
her.
to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Go
know.
ahead. There was a water bottle being provided.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
He might, Robert. He's warming up to her.
How did before you came back into contact with the alleged defendant, how long had it been since you had seen the alleged defendant?
I don't know, but it's years, a couple years.
So it would be fair to say that there was a significant gap in between interactions with the alleged defendant.
Yes,
Sustained. However, she provided the answer. It may stand. Next question.
So during your time, approximately how long were you staying around the alleged defendant before this incident on November 21st took place?
I don't know the exact time. I just answered your question on the exact time.
Were there any separations or gaps during that time?
Objection, no.
Sustained.
She's coughing at him now.
At any time during these alleged incidents, were you with someone other than Miss Corey?
Corey and Nick the day of the 21st, and then we separated and I met back up with them.
Any time during that day, were you with anyone else besides those two that you just named?
Oh,
Mr.
my
Brooks, you.
Lord.
What about the alleged incident on the 20th?
I left with Miss Corey, and then she went a whole different direction, and I went to Frame Park and met up with Mr. Brooks.
Killer questioning. I think the jury's just like, geez, let him go.
Right. Totally destroying the prosecution's case right now.
Recollection. You were not drinking on both of those days that you cite, the 20th or the 21st.
The 20th.
Hold on. Mr. Brooks, under 90611, I'm stopping this cross-examination. You've asked the same question, multiple questions, multiple times. And at this point, I'm going to declare that the opportunity to cross is now concluded.
I didn't know that was the same question, Your Honor.
Mr. Brooks, it's been asked and answered multiple times. So
I was
with that,
referring to
I'm going to turn to the state to see if they have any redirect.
Some brief clarification.
Go ahead.
Ms. Patterson, after the parade incident, which took place after the video we saw, right?
Yes.
Okay. You remember meeting with Detectives Jessica Barron and Steve Guth that night?
Yes.
Okay. And you gave a statement to them that night, correct?
Yes.
You gave a second statement to Detective Guth the next day. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk very briefly about the first statement, the night of the 21st, the night of the parade incident.
Yes.
You told them about an incident that had happened between you and the defendant on November 20th. Is that right?
Yes.
And you also told them about an argument that you had with the defendant on the 21st. Is that right?
Yes.
But you left out the part about any physical violence on the 21st. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And then when you met with Detective Guth for your second statement,
Yes.
on the 22nd, that's when you confirmed that there had been violence with Mr. Brooks on the 21st. Is that right?
Yeah, yes. Well, they seen my eye on the 21st when they came, so I did let them know about the incident on the 21st. I did. The next day, I let him know about the incident on the 20th. Is what happened.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
To
you.
make it better. Sorry.
That's all I have, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. You may step
Thank you,
down.
Your Honor.
Darrell's upset here. He thought after cross-examination that he would get an opportunity to go back up on this or to talk to her again. Well, he doesn't get that opportunity again, right? You have your direct examination, all right, and then you have your cross-examination, and then it goes back to the prosecutors where they get to cross again, just to clear up any loose ends. That's how this works. And no, Mr. Landfill, it's not an oath of office, it's an oath of office. All right, it's an oath of office. Okay, I want to make that clear. I don't want you guys thinking it's something else. Like, just wait till we get to a tacket agreement. We're gonna have tacket agreements. We're gonna have an oath of office. There is going to be a lot brought up about Texas. We're gonna be axing a lot. We're gonna be axing a lot of stuff. A lot of axing going on.
Well, it's important to axe stuff,
There's so much axing involved. At the end, we're all going to be wonderful woodworkers, I think, or something. We'll have so much firewood. We'll be ready for winter.
Yeah, if he could have, he would have kept her up there all day.
He would have kept her up there for 3 years if he could have. Just wait. We're going to get to the point where the judge wants to move. This is when he's doing his portion, when he's calling his witnesses. And the judge says, listen, we've been here for X amount of days, so we need to move this along. And he's like, well, hang on. The prosecution said they only needed 5 days. They took 9 days. It's clear to say that's not due to me.
Yeah, it is.
The judge is like, clearly, I'm not going to agree with that statement. There's some fiery points. He's trying to keep it cool the first couple of days the best he can. Keep in mind, he's already been drug out of there by the cops. He already got an owie on his pinky finger. He had that big bruise on his arm. Geez, he's taking quite the beatings. He's trying to have just a little peaceful day here today. We'll see if he can keep it going. I doubt it, but we'll see.
All right, and any reason to keep her under subpoena from the state?
No.
From the defense?
Yes.
Do you have a subpoena for her?
To my understanding, I was supposed to.
All right, I'll take that up in a little bit. For now, I'd ask that she be maintained under the state subpoena until I can clarify that issue. All right, state have the next witness available.
Yes, we do.
Where it's at.
Mr.
Where
Brooks,
it's not getting
please,
a fair deal.
Before the next witness comes in, if my ladies and gentlemen of the jury want to take a quick moment to stand.
To answer your questions, well, not your questions, but just to clarify, over his right eye is a tattoo that says Moo Moo. All right. Just going to make that clear. It says Moo Moo. All right. He's doing a pretty good job so far, He's doing a pretty good job. He's asked some hard-hitting questions. He's nearly been released already.
All right, thank you, everyone. Please be seated.
After that last one. Look at those long fingernails. So dis-
All right, the state may call its
Gross.
next witness. All right, detective, please make your way to the witness stand. When you get there, please remain standing. Raise your right hand, and my clerk, Teresa, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. When you are seated, if you would please state your first and last names for the record and spell both.
Detective Stephen Guth, Steben Guth.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Thank you. Detective, what do you do for a living?
I'm a detective for the City of Waukesha Police Department.
How long have you worked for the police department?
20 years.
How long is a
Mine
detective?
too.
7 years.
Okay. Were you working as a detective on November 22nd of 2021?
Yes, I was.
On that date, did you meet with a person by the name of Erica Patterson?
Yes, I did.
What was the purpose of meeting with Ms. Patterson?
I wanted to clarify her statement to me regarding a domestic-related incident that had occurred.
And as part of that clarification, did you get into a squad car with Ms. Patterson?
I did.
And what was the point of doing that?
I wanted to ride in the car with her since she was unfamiliar with the geography of the city, and so that she could point out to me specific directions on where she went with Mr. Brooks.
Can we have Exhibit 1 up on the screen for the jury, please, and for the witness?
Permission to publish Exhibit 1. Granted. I'll go here for a moment. It's the rear laptop, correct?
Yep.
I'm going to speed up Goose a little bit more. All right, I'm going to go to 175 speed. It will probably focus a little bit more on Darrell Brooks' wonderful cross-examinations of most witnesses. I'll share at normal speed the really important witnesses. Goose is going to drive around with Erica Patterson to get a feel of the direction that they took on the day. This is, he's just driving around with her and asking her questions through their drive around the Frame Park area so he can gather the directions that they went while Darrell Brooks was yelling and beating on her in his SUV that he later decided to run over 72 plus people or however many people he ran over and offed. There you go.
And you said publish, right?
Yes, please.
All right. Just confirm that that's what you want?
It is.
All right, then permission to publish is granted.
Can we zoom in on the top right corner of this exhibit? Okay, where did this journey with Ms. Phillips, or Patterson, excuse me, Ms. Patterson begin?
Once I picked her up, we moved to Frame Park, and we parked in the area that's close to where that star is, where it says Frame Park.
In the top right corner?
Correct.
Okay, and where did you go from there?
From there, we traveled on Baxter. So the way that the frame park is here, can I touch the screen?
Do we have the ability to let the witness touch and
Yes.
mark?
Just let us know all points. We'll capture it, and then we can also print it at another location and if need be.
So we met generally in that area that's highlighted now in yellow. We traveled in this direction on Baxter.
And then what?
You got a break.
As we continued down Baxter,
Break.
we got to the street called Buckley, and then from Buckley, we made a right turn and ended up on Carino.
Let's go back up.
Yeah, don't
and
move the screen until we can capture it.
Let's capture there. And we probably need to,
If you saw the little number counting the percentage, that means it's done capturing it. That's it.
I'll have to look that up. Yes, he's trying for an appeal. I will answer that question for you. Yes, he's trying for an appeal. I don't know if it's been denied just yet. I'll have to go back. I know there were some stipulations they were trying to figure out on whether or not he had received all of his material, discovery material from the trial and whatnot. Now we know he received it. The problem is he's been through 3 different lawyers throughout this time, and now he wants to represent himself again. There's just there's a few questions they have about the timing. When did he receive stuff? Things like that. I think his appeal will be denied,
What are
but
the grounds of his appeal?
they didn't get a fair trial, of course. What do you mean?
Okay, I was just wondering.
This was completely not a fair trial. It wasn't even. He had bad representation. I mean,
Well,
honestly,
he did because he did
lawyer
it
sucked.
himself. But
his lawyer sucked. Did a terrible job. Right? The judge was biased. There was this Reddit post that came in, so the jury was obviously tainted. All right, I said taint, but no. There is a Reddit post that comes in that does create a little bit of a, who created the Reddit post? I don't know. It was looked into. It was properly handled. Let's put it that way. But yeah, he had a moron for a lawyer, so clearly he's going to appeal. Plus, I mean, gotta be honest with you, the prosecutors were mean to him. They weren't even very nice all the time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Attorney Hopper, big meanie. Judge, she was flirting with him. There was so much stuff going on. It was terrible. It was terrible what happened to him in this trial. The officers were beating him up all the time. He had those ankle socks on. All right. And the judge had made so many tacit agreements. I mean, are you kidding me? All these tacit agreements. By the way,
Darrell.
she'll even
Poor Darrell.
say, "Do we have a tacit agreement?" And she'll say, "I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is." Oh, he's still at this point learning the soft sit route. He's getting there. He'll get there. He'll get full circle.
Can we clear that now?
Yes.
And let's zoom out.
We'll get that printed and we'll have that marked as 1A.
Now, from where you left off there, after you made that right turn on Buckley, can you draw on the screen where you went next?
Yeah, so again, on Buckley, we did travel down Buckley to Carina. And then on Carina, we made a left turn, traveling along the river till we reached Barstow. And then from Barstow, we made a right turn, traveling up northwest Barstow, all the way to the Barstow Hill. Where it's highlighted in green there, up the Barstow Hill. And it's going to come off the map, but all the way up to Bidwell.
Okay. And did she indicate at what point you should turn around?
At Bidwell and northwest Barstow.
Did she indicate where she went with Mr. Brooks after that?
Well, she jumped out of the car at Bidwell and northwest Barstow.
And what happened according to Ms. Patterson at that point?
At that point, she started making her way back the same path, back to Frame Park. Again, because she's unfamiliar with the geography, she just used the same route that she just went.
Okay. Did she at any point mention a gas station on that route?
Yes, she did.
Do you see that gas station depicted on Exhibit 1?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us where it is?
Yes, it's the mobile gas station highlighted with a star, and I'll circle it in that area.
We have a screen capture here.
Yes, the screen capture has been done. When we get that color print brought to the courtroom, that will be.
We have a screen capture here.
Yes, the screen capture has been done. When we get that color print brought to the courtroom, that will be 1B.
Okay. And this map is you're familiar with Waukesha, right?
Yes.
This is an accurate map of Waukesha.
Yes, it is.
By the way, thank you, Faves, and others, for the wonderful Christmas cards that you sent me. Also, I do have some for Michael. I'll be sending off. I know there's a couple that should be hanging out there. I know Cynthia said she sent one. I hadn't received it yet, so I'm going to hang out for a couple more days before I send out the ones to Michael. Just because I'll grab. I mean, there's like 4 or 5, but if anyone, you guys can send them all throughout next week or whatever. But yeah, all throughout next week. If you want to send a Christmas card to Michael, feel free. I will, of course, still get them over to Lady T. But yeah, I do have some here. I'm just waiting a few more days because I know there's a couple that were supposed to be sent to see if they get here, and then I'll bundle those together and I'll send those up to Michael as well. So there you go. All right, back to the show. But by the way, I just wanted to thank you, Faves. I know I got one from Faves and a nice note from Michael Peavy. There's somebody else too. I can't remember. There were several. There was quite a few actually. So, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Just a second.
And the markings that you put on the screen here, that's an accurate representation of the route you took with Ms. Patterson on November 22nd.
Yes, it is.
Move exhibits 1A and 1B in evidence.
Any objection?
Yes.
The objection noted, it's overruled. Exhibits 1A and 1B are received by the court.
That's all I have for this witness.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Officer Wu, Detective.
Detective.
Oh, sorry about that. Good morning, Detective Wu.
Good morning.
You've been in law enforcement for over 20 years.
As you can see, state was very, very clear. Jay, do you believe that these streams you've done could be used in an appeal? You pointed out so many things that were unfair to this poor alleged defendant. Yes. I've actually been working with Darrell. This is kind of our plan. It's a two-way plan together for me to come out and bring these obvious. It's so obvious, mind-boggling, things that were a sure problem, for Darrell, that should cause an appeal. I think it's obvious bias. It's very clear. And that's going to help. No, I don't think so. I think we're okay. Now you can see, state very quick with their witness, Darrell Brooks. I was going to have a lot of very, very interesting questions for this detective.
Years, would that be fair to say?
Correct.
at any time during your over 20 years of service, have you ever had any interaction with the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Sustained.
Can you state for the record if the plaintiff is in court today?
Objection.
Sustained.
Here we go.
Have you ever seen the plaintiff?
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you even know of the plaintiff?
Objection.
Sustained.
Ever spoken to the plaintiff?
Objection.
On what grounds?
Sustained.
On what grounds?
It's sustained. Next question.
Grounds. Now, keep in mind, at the end of this, they actually have a button where Witchow just hits the button and it says, objection. So, at the end, he doesn't even, I'm just kidding. No, he keeps up.
Oh.
He probably wishes he had a damn button for this. Just objection. I'm losing my voice here on her.
Right?
But this is the first time that Darrell Brooks is going to start off with grounds. Here we go. But he's delightful. I mean, in a horrible, hideous, disgusting person type of way. But hey, the officer's back there again, still wants to pummel the living crap out of him. He's like, just get out of hand, mother. I swear to God, I will pummel the hell out of you. But he's got those, ankle socks on. Ankle socks.
Such a crybaby.
Oh, man.
Question.
May I ask what grounds you're on?
Mr. Brooks, you have another question.
I do. I was just trying to follow the rules that you said by saying that an objection has to have a basis. So
Unless it's self-evident to the court. It's sustained. Next question.
On what grounds you're on?
Do you have another question? Otherwise, under 906.11, I will give the state an opportunity to ask any redirect.
Yes, I do have more questions.
Go ahead.
So unfair. They didn't even bring the state in here. That's the plaintiff.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
At any time did Erica Patterson report any domestic incident to you?
Yes.
Do you remember the dates that she reported or date?
Yes.
At any time during that report, did you find her to be untruthful?
No.
Just 1 second.
I don't think Detective Booth likes him very much.
What gives you that idea, Jay?
I'm reading from the narrative of your report, and specifically the part where it says, what I learned from Erica Patterson was that when I spoke to her on the previous evening with Detective Barrett, she was not completely forthright with all of the information she had given. Would that be fair to say?
Correct.
So would it also be fair to say that from the report that you wrote, that you're acknowledging that there was some untruth in the report reported to you?
No, that's incorrect.
No, that just means she was holding back
When I spoke to
information.
her on the previous evening with Detective Barrett, she was not completely forthright. You said what you learned was that she was not completely forthright. So is it fair to say that there was some untruth to the report?
Untruth. Oh, no. We got untruth. I need a bingo card for this. We got some untruth going on here. But no, she was intimidated by Darrell Brooks. She didn't say everything that happened on the 20th, but once she knew he ran through a parade, she felt much more comfortable telling the police everything that she wanted to let them know. See?
Right.
More comfortable
bet.
on the 21st than on the 20th. Because on the 20th, he wasn't going to be in prison for the rest of his life. 21st, he's going to be in prison for the rest of his life.
Well, yeah, because she was probably afraid he would, if he was going to get out, that he was going to beat the crap out of her again.
Exactly. Or they would have his boys go and beat her up, if he has any boys. But yes, finally, we're going to get some truth and some untruth. Gang, gang.
You don't tell people about the business, Jay.
Yeah, about the business. She's over there. She's talking. He's talking to Robert says, "Hi, bingo. Thanks for reminding me, Jay." She's over there spilling all the business.
Right.
He's still trying to figure out what is the business. What? Oh, this big dummy! But at the same time, I appreciate the show, Darrell. You're doing a good job. Good job as a lawyer. Hi, Rick. How are you? Good morning, Rick. How are you? Glad you're here. I just saw you pop in. And Robert's here, and look around. 318's here. Hi. Back to dummy.
No.
He does think so, Kim. Okay, gang.
So why would that be in the report?
For various reasons. The most common reason is that when domestic victims report crimes that happen to them, a lot of times they're very afraid of their abuser. And so they don't always give all details, because if they do give all details about what happened to them, they feel like they might have something happen to them in a future date from that same abuser.
Thank you, Fabs.
So would it be fair to say that you could have just stated what you just said in your report?
I did state that.
Not in the report. Is it fair to say that obviously you've been in law enforcement for a very long time?
Is that a question?
Would it be fair to say that it could have been reported in the way that you just stated, instead of stating in your report that there was untruthfulness?
I didn't state untruthfulness in my report. If you further read into the report, I state what I just stated.
So would it be fair to say, though, that the information wasn't completely forthright?
Yes.
Hot plate, Rick, friend.
To the best of your knowledge, would it be fair to say that there was in fact only one incident?
No.
And would you be basing that, to the best of your knowledge, would you be basing that answer, the last answer, on hearsay?
No.
So you would be basing your answer on eyewitness account?
I'll check that relevance for it.
Grounds.
I'm going to sustain the objection. Next question, or you can rephrase it.
Would it be fair? I don't know how I can rephrase that without asking it the same way, Your Honor.
Well, you figure it out, dummy. You're a lawyer.
Just give me a second, if I may.
All right, Joe, come on. Formulate a question.
At any time during your report or time spent with Ms. Patterson, did she state where she may have been on November 20th of 2021?
Yes.
Do you recall what that was? What she said?
I recall what she said, yes.
To the best of your knowledge,
This is kind of funny. I like this detective because he was looking for him to say what he recalled, but he goes, "Yeah, I recall," because that was the answer to the question. Do you recall? Yeah. And he was like expecting him to say more. Nah, that's all you're gonna get. That's it. Just,
Yeah.
By the way, I want to point something out here. With every case I've ever followed, all right, every law story I've ever followed, before I pick a side, I like to pick the right side, or I don't pick a side. Laura Owens, all right? You have the world versus Laura Owens. this is very clear which is the right side versus the wrong side, right? Everyone knew Laura Owens was a liar. The evidence was there. All right. All right. Darrell Brooks, all right, running through a parade. Darrell Brooks is clearly guilty at this one. I don't have to go any further than that. Jeremy Hills, LMNOP. I've seen enough. All right. I've got my picture. You have the world on Jeremy Hill's side and Fleabag and 300 other people on the other side. Very clear. All right. The right and the wrong. The world can see this, or whoever is just paying attention. When I say the world, I mean whoever's paying attention to the case. You have the slide over here and this slide over here, right? I mean, Fleabag has managed to conjure up 100 to 300 people that'll, still give her money for some strange, odd, deluded reason of wanting to belong to a group. And a lot of them wanting to belong to a group, I could say the same thing. There are cases where I could say I was very much in the middle of, and I don't want to make things political, but if we go to George Floyd, Judge J. Hip was very much in the middle of that case. Officer Chauvin, wrong? Probably, maybe. Could things be handled differently? Probably, maybe. Does George Floyd bear a ton of responsibility? Yeah, definitely. Did the ambulance, stuff that was suppressed from court, like the ambulance being held up in traffic, going the wrong way, getting bad directions. Yeah, it delayed the ambulance by, I believe, 7 minutes. Don't quote me on this, okay? There's a lot of things that occurred, and that was suppressed from the jury. There was a lot suppressed from the jury. I'm not saying Officer Chauvin got a bad deal, a bad rap. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I couldn't pick a side. I was like, I can see this either way. But what a lot of people didn't see, all right, was if you go back and look at, I forgot what's the guy I'm talking about?
George Floyd.
George Floyd. If you go back to his prior arrest that was caught on body police cam, the same thing nearly happened. The same reaction. He gobbled down a bunch of rugs, all right, went nuts, cried like a baby, struggled with police, not as much, wouldn't obey any directions. It was just a standard deal for him. All right, cops come up on him, gobbles down a bunch of rugs, and then there's problems. On that occasion, the cops were able to get him into the car and get him where he needed to be. Well, jail. But my point is, in a lot of these cases, like if you look at Jeremy Hills, or Clayton Eckert, or here in the state of Wisconsin, there's a clear side that is on the right. All right. And Megan Fox, Tug, these people have never, legal vices, have never led me down the wrong path when I listen to their coverage, because I'm not covering a case. I made this very clear with What the Hells. I'm not covering his case. I'm covering the story I'm telling is the story of the anti-What the Hells idiots. I will let reading court files and all of that stuff up to Megan Fox, Tug, and Shizzy, and people that want to do that. That's not my story I'm telling. I'm telling the story of all of these idiots out there, all right, on the anti-What the Hell's ecosystem. This is a trial that I was heavily invested into. Hey, good morning, AJ's World. Good morning, my sexy Jay. I missed you while I was unavailable. Oh, your voice. Home to me, my love. 12 days left in bed rest. The countdown is on. I love you too, AJ's World. But AJ, please, you're going to cause problems with me and Miyagi. We're a happy, committed relationship. My goodness, AJ, my goodness. But no, I just wanted to point out, I never pick side. Well, I know what side is right. All right. I would never come out and be like, this is the right side if I didn't know for sure. All right. I've seen enough. That doesn't even mean Jeremy Hells will win his case. And I'm talking about Fed too. That he'll win his case. I don't know. I don't even know if it'll go to trial. That's not important. Well, it is important, but it's not. The thing is, I know that these people are guilty. I know what they did was wrong. That's all that matters to me. All right. Sorry, AJ's World. Sorry. Yeah, you got me first. That's all I'm trying to say. Back to our trial.
Do you believe that she was being truthful?
Yes.
I'm just going to advise the jury that ultimately it's the jury's determination of credibility that matters. And you heard me read an instruction yesterday. That's obviously the instruction you'll follow ultimately in the jury room.
To the best of your knowledge, do you recall any injuries on the first reported incident?
Yes.
Do you recall what they were?
Yes.
And do you recall any injury on the reported incident from the day of the parade?
Yes.
Do you remember what they were?
Yes.
Can you state on the record what they were?
On which day?
The 20th.
Her mouth was injured due to being slapped in the mouth.
Do you?
No, that was a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecution never
Can
brought
you
that up.
recall for any reason why that would not be in the report?
It is.
Can't read.
I love this guy. Detective is amazing.
He read his report before he went in, which Darrell did not do.
To the best of
Clearly.
your knowledge, can you
It's the writing.
can you say where
sideways.
in the report that would be? Because I don't see it in the report that I have here before me.
Are you asking me which report states that she was injured in the
Well,
mouth?
does which y'all have to go point it out for me?
Are you asking if it was reported to me that she was injured in the mouth?
No, I'm not. I'm asking you, why is there no injuries reported for that incident, alleged incident?
It was reported to me that she was injured in the mouth by being slapped on the 20th.
Are you aware that that was not testified to?
No.
Hold on.
What grounds would that be hearsay?
Mr. Brooks, it's up for the jury to determine the truthfulness of anything that's said or testified to in court.
Okay.
He was not present for any other testimony, so it would not be proper for him to comment on that. Next question.
Would it be fair to say that the reported alleged incident Would it be fair to say that the reported alleged incident from the 20th is very, very vague in your report? Would that be fair to say? And by vague, I mean there's literally 3 sentences.
I don't have the report in front of me. If you're
I have it in
referring
front
to
of me.
vagueness, that's why I went back on the 22nd to interview her again to clarify information.
So on the 22nd, and this is your report I'm reading from, it says, due to the influx of information, we were unable to make sense of all the information. Would that be fair to say?
Correct.
So it would be also fair to say that that would basically state that there were some things you weren't sure about.
Yes.
Sorry, Robert.
You also
No
say in your
big
report
deal.
that you had learned that there were 2 other individuals that may have been involved in the incident. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Do you remember the names of the 2 individuals?
Yes.
Would you state on the record what the names of the other 2 individuals were?
Corey Runkle, and the other individual's first name is Nick. I don't remember his last name.
Did Corey Runkle in any way report anything about the incident to you?
Not-
Which incident? Hold on. Which incident are we talking about?
from November the 21st of 2021.
Thank you. With that clarification, are you able to answer?
Not to me directly.
Do you recall if you had learned of any information about what Corey Runkle might have said to any other law enforcement?
Yes.
Do you recall what that was?
Yes.
Would you like to state on the record what that was that you may have learned?
I learned that she was with Erica Patterson on the 21st, on November 21st, 2021, when Erica Patterson was involved with a domestic incident. She responded to help her friend.
Do you recall of learning if Corey Runkle was with Erica Patterson on November 20th of 2021?
I don't think Corey Runkle was with Erica Patterson on the 20th.
This is not the guy you're going to trip up, Darrell.
He came prepared. But Darrell, he is ready to do it.
You stated in the report that you were with Erica Patterson to kind of basically you took her on a drive to pretty much retrace her steps. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Good morning, itty bitty.
At any time, did any incident about November the 20th of 2021 come into your conversations with Erica Patterson?
You talked about during the drive.
During the drive. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, I just want to make sure that the question's clear. Go ahead.
I believe we did talk about it, both incidents from the 20th and the 21st.
Do you recall what was said?
Yes.
Do you recall putting that into your report?
I recorded our conversation. I don't know if I put every detail of our whole recording in that report. In fact, I know I didn't. So not every detail from our recorded conversation is in that report. The report is a summary.
For any reason, to your knowledge, why would details of an incident not be reported accurately?
Objection, that mischaracterizes the evidence.
It's also vague. Sustain.
To the best of your knowledge, why is that conversation that was supposedly had not in your report at all?
Objection, this states the evidence.
Sustained.
Doing good.
Just 1 second.
Take your time, Darrell. We got all day.
Sorry, Your Honor, I got tons of paperwork.
Tons of paperwork. Maybe it's in the box. Got the freedom key. It's in the box. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the big evidence. It's right there, Darrell. Yeah, it's on page 11. No, maybe not that full.
And you stated that you interviewed Ms. Patterson on multiple days. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And on both of those times that you interviewed Ms. Patterson, did the reporting ever deviate?
No clue what you're talking about.
Mr. Brooks, under 906.11. You need to clarify your question. It's ambiguous. It's confusing.
What I'm getting at by that question is, did what Ms. Patterson said change from interview to interview?
Darrell is stalling. He's trying to find that freedom key in there. He's like, one of these. It's in here. I just got to keep looking. I'm going to find the hard-hitting point here. It's in one of these pages. I'll find it. Let me go through all these pages of paperwork I never read. Oh, God. I love him. No, I don't. He's terrible. But, I mean, I love the stupid is what I'm trying to say. The stupid. Well, back to the show.
No.
So at any time during your interview, did you learn less or learn more?
I learned more in my second interview.
So it would be fair to say that the information you learned changed. Would that be fair to say?
Objection, argumentative.
Overruled. He may answer.
It did not change. I just learned more information.
But did you learn less?
more information about what alleged incident? The 20th, the 21st?
Both, honestly.
I'm
Both.
sorry.
Both, honestly.
So would it be fair to say was it 2 interviews that you did or 3?
2.
So with both interviews, you continue
What
to
you
learn things that
looking
you didn't know from the previous interview.
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
Would it be fair to say that
That guy got bored and left in the crowd.
would it be fair to say that just 1 second, Ron.
They gave him 2 aspirin. 2 aspirin, Robert.
I'm trying to find this stuff.
It's in there somewhere, Darrell.
Detective Goose
Yep, yeah, just go through. We'll find it.
report, if I may.
Yep, no, that page, no. Which page do you think it's on, Ketchup?
I don't know. I
To the
mean,
best of your
the one that'll take
knowledge.
the longest to find. That's my guess.
Did Erica Patterson give any report to any other law enforcement that you were aware of?
No.
Just throw a lot of
to
shit back
the
in
best
the
of your
phone. You're
knowledge.
pretty good job with
You were the only detective that interviewed Ms. Patterson?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
To the best of your knowledge, were you the only one that interviewed Ms. Patterson?
Same objection.
Sustained.
fair to say he doesn't know what he's doing.
At any time, did you learn anything about the alleged incidents that Ms. Patterson claimed from any other law enforcement?
Objection. Same reason.
Sustained.
Here's that.
At any time were you or at any time did you view the video footage from White Rock School?
Yes.
Do you remember what you saw in those videos?
Yes.
Yes.
You stayed on the record what you saw?
Under 90611, I'm going to advise the witness not to answer. That video is in evidence. It will speak for itself. And his understanding of what's in there, at least at this point, is not relevant.
Can you say what was the date of the video that you saw?
November 21st, 2021.
Yeah, hell yeah. You'll find it. You'll
Did you see
find
any
it.
video from the other alleged incident from November 20th?
I'll object. I don't see the relevance to anything that happened on the 20th.
Sustained.
He's so hung up on the 20th, and they're not even prosecuting him for what happened on the 20th. They decided to dismiss those charges because they didn't want to deal with it. But Darrell Brooks is trying to bring the 20th in to confuse the jury. The 20th, what we're focused on, they dropped the 20th. That's why Zach Witchell said, this isn't even related. There is no reason to discuss that really at all. We're not putting him on trial for it. We decided not to prosecute it. This will become a big issue later on. I believe Darrell, not today, but I believe Darrell gets thrown out of the courtroom over this on his second questioning of Erica Patterson. Oh, yeah, she has to come back.
Oh, no.
We can't let Erica just do one visit because he subpoenaed her as well. And since he's pro se, the judge said, well, he's pro se, so you guys got your chance to do your, direct examination. Darrell should get his chance as well. It goes well.
I bet.
It goes really well. Yeah, Mr. Lanville, we're all a lot better than Darrell is. He does a good job. He got him.
Do you know if there might have been any video from the alleged incident on November 20th?
Same objection.
Sustained.
Grounds.
It's not relevant.
Grounds.
May I ask how is it not
Next
relevant?
question. There's not a charge related to the 20th, sir. It's not relevant. I've given you leeway to ask questions at this point under 90611. Move on.
Just so I'm clear, you have never had any interaction with the plaintiff.
Objection.
Sustained.
You've never seen the plaintiff.
Objection.
Sustained.
Never spoken to the plaintiff.
Objection.
Sustained. Move on.
Just so I'm clear, you have never had NT interaction with the plaintiff.
Objection.
Sustained.
You've never seen the plaintiff.
Objection.
Sustained.
Never spoken to the plaintiff.
Objection.
Sustained.
Never seen. Do you see the plaintiff in court today?
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you know if there is a plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Sustained.
You smiled.
Have you had any prior knowledge of the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Sustained.
Would it be fair to say that you do not know of any plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Sustained.
On grounds. What grounds?
Grounds.
Under 906.11, I'm declaring the cross-examination now closed. Do you have any redirect for this witness?
Briefly, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Detective, when you reported that Erica Patterson had been less than completely forthright with you, what did she leave out first time you spoke with her?
She left out the incident that happened to her on November 21st, 2021.
The incident where she accused Mr. Brooks of punching her?
Correct.
Okay.
Every witness tells.
You testified on cross-examination that in your general experience, victims of domestic violence do not report 100% of the details all the time.
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Grounds.
Grounds.
He hasn't asked a question yet. He can ask his question. This witness testified about his experience based on a question you asked, so the redirect is appropriate.
I'll just say that every situation is different, Your Honor. Which
You're
we do know
attempting to
that.
testify, so no, you may not say that. The jury will strike that comment made by Mr. Brooks. You'll have an opportunity, if you so choose, to testify at a later point in time in this trial. The state may ask its question.
Thank you. Did Erica Patterson provide to you a specific reason for her situation, why she was not 100% forthright with you?
Yes.
What was that reason?
She was extremely afraid of Mr. Brooks.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
All right, thank you. Detective, you may step down. Any reason to keep this witness under subpoena from the state?
Not from the state.
Anything from Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
All right, I'll take that up later and reserve that until I can review that with the parties. All right, this would be an excellent opportunity to take a mid-morning break. It's 10:49,
Oh,
about 15 minutes.
Take him.
All rise for the jury. We are in recess.
What's he laughing about? You did a good job.
Good idea.
Dang, that bailiff is a big dude.
I know that all the bailiffs up there in Wisconsin are big dudes. You won't see any that aren't big dudes. Let's see.
He's like, I wish you would.
Yep. Oh, man. But no, as you can see here, the state's pretty quick with a lot of these officers. Darrell Brooks wants to keep them on stand as long as he can because, of course, he's a jackass. This is what he does. And he also is looking for any reason to create a mistrial. So the longer he can keep this going, the longer he can hope that something will happen to create a mistrial. Yeah, they're all corn-fed. Yeah,
Just before we bring the jury back out, so we are on the record. Mr. Brooks, I was provided with information that your test result was hand-delivered to you, folded. Did you receive that?
This is a good time here. Here we go. Wait, we didn't get to this yet?
No. You
Was
talked to me about it, but I don't think we were on stream.
Oh, we didn't watch it here yet. Oh, yes, me and you talked about it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Remember, Darrell was trying to get this trial delayed because he claimed to have COVID. Oh, boy. The test results are in, folks. The test results are in. It's going to get spicy.
Well, and wasn't this after he refused initially to take a rapid test and she made him do it anyway?
Yep. It's going to get spicy. The test results are in.
I was made aware of my test. I didn't look at it yet, so.
Do you have it with you?
It is. It's in my paperwork somewhere.
All right, I need you to locate it and open it up, please.
May I ask the reason why that would be?
Mr. Brooks, you raised this issue yourself, and I'd like to know.
You are not the father.
I would too, but I was kind of in the middle of preparing for my defense, so
Mr. Brooks, find the piece of paper and open it up and read it, please.
What do you think,
Your Honor, I don't
woman?
consent to being talked to in that fashion.
Your lack of consent is noted for the record. Please find the piece of paper, open it up, and please read it.
I will not consent to that, Your Honor. Or do I agree to that, Your Honor? I do not.
Mr. Brooks, then I'm going to advise the sheriff's department to find the piece of paper and hand it to me so that I can read it. So that those are your two options.
What would be the basis for that, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks, this is an issue that you raised, and I need to bring it to finality and know what the test result is.
Okay, with all due respect, it was a motion that I raised.
All right, I'm going to clear the courtroom. We're going to go off the record, and we're going to find.
Joy to the world, all you boys and girls. Joy to the fishes and ketchup. The fish and the
You're on your own,
they
Jay.
got joy and stuff. They're doing pretty good out there.
Great job. Great job.
Oh, in the deep blue sea. Oh, yeah, and so I'd say you and me. There you go. But I knew that the fish were somewhere. I knew there was fish involved. I learned that from Boner Crusher. Thank you for the time. She's going to clear the courtroom now. Thank you, maybe not. She's going to clear the courtroom now because we've got to have the sheriff's department grab the results from this COVID test. We might have to put the whole trial on hold for COVID. Oh boy, here we go. It's going to be interesting.
That piece of paper, and I'm going to address it when that's done.
That's a beautiful rendition, Jay. There's a bit of a brouhaha. Oh boy, let me go right here.
Again, I intend to take an early lunch, so that will hopefully give Mr. Brooks an opportunity, if he so chooses, to review the result himself. It was put in front of him. I did see that he either shoved it or tossed it or just dismissed it. It looked like it went on the floor when it was put in front of him, but we'll certainly have the deputies give that to him again. During the recess for lunch, Mr. Brooks will also be given the opportunity to change into street clothes if he so chooses. But when we come back, he will be in this courtroom. I agree. Mr. Brooks was making a couple of statements about how he was abiding by the rules and being respectful, things of that nature. I agree. He's done an excellent job while in court here this morning. He's been respectful of the rules. He made some early on. I let him, make his objections or lack of consent. He did that respectfully. When I said I was moving on, he generally was able to do that. We were able to get through 2 witnesses. He was able to follow along, ask cogent, clear, responsive, and articulate objections. He was able to elicit information from the witnesses regarding either their memory, their credibility, and other things. Generally speaking, he's been able to competently represent himself and provide, again, solid cross-examination this morning. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to hopefully settle back in and to come back here when we return from lunch. So with that, we are in recess. Probably come back at 1 o'clock since it's only 11:30, and we'll take the full 90 minutes for lunch today. All right,
Is
thank
this
you, everyone.
dummy crying? It looks like he's crying.
Crying he wasn't positive for COVID. The judge opened up his letter and found he wasn't positive for COVID, and he was crying. Look at
Well, I didn't know that they opened it
Again,
yet
I
because she
do
said she was
intend
going to give
take
it
an
back to
early
him.
lunch, so that will hopefully give Mr. Brooks an
Well,
opportunity.
she wanted to give him back. She gave him back a copy. He threw it off the table and dismissed it. All right.
Oh,
Because
so we don't get to see the part where he dove on top of it and all that?
no, they had to take that out because anytime you won't see any actual scuffles. Because anytime that she stops things, so they're going to go unhook him from the leg restraints, they have to remove the jury, stop the camera. All right, because now they're off the record. So none of that's on the record. That's why there's never a recording of it. But yes, he dives on top of the table all right, to stop the officers from getting a hold of his COVID results. They had to pry him off of the table. This is my understanding from what I've heard from people in the courtroom. They had to pry him off of the table so they could go through his paperwork to get his COVID stuff. Quite the little scuffle they had. It was then he starts crying over here like a baby. He's so good. Look at him. He's just over there bawling.
What a bitch.
I gotta slow down to regular speed. Here we go. It's just over there.
We return from lunch. So with that, we are in recess. Probably come back at 1 o'clock. Since it's
He's so disappointed he doesn't have COVID.
only 11:30, and we'll take the full 90 minutes for lunch today. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
You're doing good, Darrell. You're doing a good job. Look at Jack.
This guy is such a bitch.
He is. I guarantee you, though, he thought in the other courtroom, I guarantee you he thought nobody could see him. But, you know, when he comes back out, he's ready to go.
It's hard for me to see his head. He's bent over.
Oh, he's got the
but
bibble.
I thought
He's got his
I saw
bibble.
his
He's
head.
got his bibble.
No, but I'll ask one more time, Mr. Brooks, anything you want me to address before the jurors are brought out to continue with testimony from witnesses?
Just a little emotional right now.
All right.
The only person ever to be sad that they
Bring the
didn't
jury
have
out.
COVID.
Continue. I presume the state has a witness available. We do. All right. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to go get some ice. Thank you.
You only missed him crying some more.
Oh, trust me, I've seen it about 28 times so far.
Why don't you hold off on that, and at the next appropriate time when they're not on their way in, I can address whatever it is. Or if you want to pass me a note, you can do that as well.
He sniffled. He's gonna remove his bibble. This is one of, not the only time the bibble's ever been used as a prop.
Right.
This does happen on many occasions in court. Darrell makes this very clear, though. He'll even bring it up later because the judge says that he has like a book in front of his face, and he's like, "It's not a book, it's the book."
He obviously hasn't read it.
Oh, he's such a prick. Yeah, happy, but you know what? We can watch this now. We can make fun of him, but at the same time, he's in prison. He's been SA'd in prison. He's been beaten up in prison. They've had to move him to a different prison because it was too rough in the prior prison. All right, and now my understanding is it's not going great in the new prison. He won't even stand for the jury. He's such a prick. Hey, Ketchup, just wait till he starts wearing a suit in. We'll get to there. He'll start wearing his ill-fitted suit in, and we're going to get to a couple things. There's a couple outfits that he wears when it's certain shirt day. Things don't go well for Jim Brooks. That's rough.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What makes him decide to start putting suit on?
Well, I don't know. Maybe his mom told him to. Oh, Bubba found him, Kelvin. Yeah, Bubba found him. He might have found Kelvin. He might have been like paint chips.
All right, thank you, everyone. Please be seated.
I'll just take it.
And good afternoon to our jury.
Oh,
State may call its next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Officer Jeremy Phillips.
I like Jeremy Phillips.
Good afternoon, officer. If you would please make your way to the witness stand, which is to my right when you get there. Please remain standing, raise your right hand, and my clerk Teresa will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be
Yeah, the judge is a little relieved. All right, we got through that night.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and spell each.
My first name is Jeremy, spelled Jeremy. My last name is Phillips, Philipps.
Thank you.
I like him already.
Thank you. How are you employed, sir?
I'm employed with the City of Waukesha Police Department.
And how long have you worked in law enforcement?
I've been in law enforcement for a total of 14 years next month.
All with the City of Waukesha?
I have about 5 months with the City of Dodgeville Police Department in Wisconsin. The rest is with the City of Waukesha.
All right. Sir, I'd like to direct your attention to the date of November 21 of 2021, please. Were you working that afternoon?
I was working that afternoon, yes.
What was your duty or assignment?
I was assigned a normal patrol beat, squad area 216 at the City of Waukesha on a 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. shift.
Were you aware there was a parade taking place in downtown Waukesha that afternoon?
I was aware that there was a Christmas parade downtown Waukesha.
Were you directly assigned to work the parade?
I was not assigned to work the parade.
You said you were one of the officers that was just involved in general patrol of the city that afternoon.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. I'd like to direct your attention to time around 4 o'clock or 4:30 in the afternoon. Do you recall getting dispatched to Frame Park?
I do recall being dispatched there, yes.
Do you know the exact time you were dispatched?
I believe it was 4:52 p.m. approximately there.
Okay. And where is Frame Park located?
Frame Park is rather large, but it's generally located in the downtown area off of White Rock Avenue and Baxter Avenue.
What was the nature of the complaint you were responding to?
I received a complaint to respond in emergency fashion, which means light and siren, for subjects fighting in the park with a knife allegedly involved.
Where were you coming from?
I was in the patrol area of East Moreland, roughly at East Main Street at the time. That's where I was responding from.
Was Main Street shut down at the time?
Look at him shaking.
Main Street where I was responding from was not to know.
Okay. I guess let me ask a better question. Were you able to travel along Main Street to get to Frame Park? From where you were located to get to where you needed to go? Did you travel on Main Street?
I did not travel on Main Street to get to Frame Park.
Okay. And which direction did you come in from then?
I came in on East Moreland, westbound, to White Rock Avenue, westbound.
And as you approached the area, could you see individuals associated with the parade?
Yes, I could, as I neared the vicinity.
What do you remember seeing?
As I neared the vicinity of White Rock Avenue at Baxter, directly in front of me appeared to be a unmarked patrol vehicle, silver in color, which was blocking the roadway at White Rock Avenue and Hartwell Avenue, and I believe off to the side.
Oh my goodness, Muppet Angela is late, everyone. Muppet Angela is late. Congratulations, Muppet Angela. We have a little one on its way. Do we know, is it a boy or a girl? Is it twins, by the way? Any? We'll wait for Muppet Angela. Congratulations, Muppet. Now, Ketchup, have you noticed anything with this officer?
He's wearing his uniform.
Yep. Now, Darrell's going to get very annoyed, not with just this officer, all right, but with later officers, because, you see, he looks at the prosecutors when they ask him a question, and then he turns and answers the question to the jury. Darrell doesn't like this. He thinks that you should be looking at him when you answer his questions. But as they, this will be a big deal later on. There's another officer comes up who looks kind of nerdy, and Darrell thinks maybe he can pick on this guy. It doesn't work out well. But the guy, I shouldn't say, I don't know. I just think that's how Darrell perceives him. So he thinks like, this will be the officer I can really get.
Well, yeah, he's a narcissist. So
Yeah. So
that's in the handbook.
he
pretty
sees
sure.
an officer come in, and he's got like a haircut similar to this guy, but no, I mean, he just looks
dorky.
Yes.
Yeah.
One would perceive that maybe from looks. He's actually a very good witness. Okay, I'm not picking on the guy. I'm just saying what I believe Darrell sees. And so Darrell's gonna pick on him. He'll come up later on. He'll be up there for a while. Plus, just wait till we get to Officer Redbeard. Officer Redbeard shot at Darrell Brooks, and but were they kill shots? Kill.
Yeah. We actually heard that gunshot before we realized what was going on.
I'm here chatting catch up. Just had to cook kids dinner. Dinner at 9 a.m. Oh wait, maybe you're not here. Lost my bell. I lost my bell. My bell fell down. My bell died. Hey, Taz, member for 8 months. Oh wait, thank you. Let's do this, Juliet. Thank you, Taz, member for 8 months. Oh wait, I gotta do a slick talk. No statement there, but quite a statement. 8 months. That was fascinating. I was trying to do a tug. There's no statement there, no statement attached, but statement's implied. I did pretty good, right?
It was all right.
I'm working on it. It's a work initiative. It's a work in progress. And, thank you, Taz. And thank you, Juliet. Thank you so much.
And I could also see a marked patrol vehicle.
Could you see any floats or people participating in the parade?
At that particular time, as I arrived in the vicinity, I did not. I just saw the side of a squad car with emergency lights activated. It wasn't until a little while later I saw that there were floats and such on the other side of that patrol vehicle.
The silver colored SUV with lights, red and blue lights activated, do you know whose squad car that was?
That belonged to Sergeant Dave Warner.
Where did you go?
When I arrived to the area, initial dispatch information stated that this alleged fight involving a knife was somewhere in the vicinity of the Schutze building where the boat ramp was. Based on my training and experience of that vicinity, I know that the boat rental checkout is on the back side of the Schutze building. So that's the initial area I responded to and where my attention was drawn to.
This time, Your Honor, I'm going to ask your permission to put up Exhibit 1, which is the map of the area we've been working off of.
Permission granted. Yes.
And to the 101 of you fine folks that are hanging out with just J-Hip watching from Darrell Brooks, thank you. If you would hit that like button, I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. I do appreciate it.
Do you see that item in front of you, Officer Phillips, on the screen?
I do now.
Okay.
Oh, it needs to be public. Hold on. Thank you. Sure.
So that is a touch screen in front of you. If you want to draw or circle or anything like that, you may, or you can just simply talk. I'd like you to identify for us where you came in to the area.
Well, it's not really blowing up, so.
No, if you want it blown up, we can blow it up from our table. Sorry. We'll zoom in.
If you wouldn't mind, where it says Frame Park in the upper right-hand corner, that would be, looks like the vicinity that I probably responded to. I would need to see a bigger image.
I'm going to speed this one up a little bit. We'll get back to cross-examine. We'll slow it down a little bit, but we're going to speed up this a little bit.
Is that good?
But as you can see,
okay.
Darrell Brooks.
So I responded in a direction on White Rock
Still
Avenue.
Crying.
Coming this way. This now is Baxter Avenue, which I would have made a right-hand. That will suffice.
Okay.
Look
So I
at
responded
him.
in a direction on White Rock
Why
Avenue.
is he crying?
He's
Coming this
having a
way.
bad
This now
day.
is Baxter Avenue, which I would have made a right-hand turn
Having a
onto.
bad day.
And right about in this parking lot area is where the Schutze building exists. And then there would be a boardwalk and some trails behind that where the boat ramp
No
is.
French. No,
And,
they look at anyone.
You drove in that area first, right?
Correct.
What were you looking for?
At that time, I was looking for anybody suspicious that may be involved in a fight, somebody carrying a weapon, somebody that might have been battered and bruised or obviously injured or need of help.
Okay. Did you see anybody?
I did not.
Did you drive around a little bit?
I drove around in the parking lot of the Shootsy building. There was another officer already on scene who, from my understanding, was already on foot in and around the vicinity of the Shootsy building and advised that they could not find anybody at the
He's
Shootsy
putting
building.
tissues in his mouth.
Officer Phillips, do you see White Rock School on this map?
I do, yes.
Could you put an X on White Rock School?
White Rock School is this elongated building right here, so I'll draw a large X through it.
Okay. And you said the roadway running parallel to White Rock to the north is Baxter?
Correct.
Okay. And Baxter is the road closest to the river. There's no other roads that run along the river there. Just like a walking path or something, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Another officer's out on foot. What do you do?
At this point, the officer came over the radio and stated he could not find anybody in the vicinity. I was listening and monitoring the radio, and at some point, what I thought was a reserve officer came over and said that they were speaking with a couple of subjects potentially involved. So at that time, I got on the radio and said I was going to attempt to meet with a caller, because I didn't exactly know who this reserve officer was speaking to, how many subjects were involved, if they were actually involved or just a witness to the situation. All of that information was completely unbeknownst to me, so I decided I should probably go meet with a reserve officer and figure out who these subjects are and what the involvement was.
This reserve officer was working as part of the parade, is that right?
He was in the vicinity right at Sergeant Dave Warner.
I've never seen anybody, yes, Faves, this upset about being negative for COVID. It has destroyed his day. Can he ever recover from being negative from COVID?
Right.
I don't know.
It's ridiculous. Nobody in the history of ever has been upset that they weren't positive. Come on.
And now he's over there visibly shaking and so upset and crying into his arms. By the way, people watch tonight, Friday night. Just J-Hip Ketchup Star will be here, I believe. You're going to be here, right, Ketchup?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah, well, just J-Hip, Chup, and of course, hey, maybe Saturn wants to do a people watch. Not prepping that. But anyways, might be more of an adult type show.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. How old is Saturn?
She's 16.
16 years old. So in 2 years,
Yeah.
she'll be my new co-host. I heard Jeremy Hells last night said Just J-Hip might be getting added to the payroll. Did you hear that last night? He said on the show.
I heard that. I also let them know that you need constant supervision.
Well, yeah. Well, I heard Deanna's going to supervise Just J-Hip. Deanna's going to supervise Just J-Hip.
You're going to need a pay raise for that.
Look at that. I got a new job. I got my stream, a new job. I'm now a co-host working for Jeremy Hales. As major co-host. He's been a good moderator for me for a long time, moderating over here on the show. And now we have the Hip and Hales starting up, the Hip and Hales. And then also don't forget tomorrow afternoon at 12:30, Just J-Hip, I promise you, is going to give you a wonderful flea cap. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, yes, I will. It'll be wonderful. I promise you. Hey, what happened to Megan Fox? She wasn't on a talk show last night. What happened to her?
Tug thinks she fell asleep.
Do you think she was arrested by the FBI?
I doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, an idiot. But yeah, she might have been arrested by the FBI. Oh my God, Megan Fox has been arrested. Also, I want to apologize earlier for I mentioned that Rosalind Duke was from Texas. I didn't mean to dox her. Sorry. But well, that happened. All right, well, forget I said that though. I just want to say, forget I said that. Oh, damn it! For the second time, I just said it.
There's location.
Okay. So did you drive down there?
I started to drive in that general direction towards White Rock Avenue and Hartwell, which is where Dave Warner and Reserve Officer Troutman would have been. Before I could fully reach that intersection, there was approximately 3 subjects off to my right-hand side on the sidewalk that were yelling, screaming, and waving, like flagging me down. The way that they were doing this, they appeared to be in distress. They appeared that they needed immediate help, and certainly appeared that they needed to speak with somebody in law enforcement.
Can you put a small X on the map in the approximate area where you met up with these 3 individuals, or they were waving at you?
It would have been about halfway between Baxter and where Sergeant Warner's squad was parked. So again, this is going to be an approximation, but I'm going to put that X right about here.
Okay. So I assume you pulled over.
I pulled over, I rolled down my passenger window, and 2 of the subjects started yelling that their friend had been assaulted. So it was right at that point that they started trying to tell me that their friend had been assaulted, that information came over the radio on the primary dispatch channel that something had happened downtown and somebody had been hit. So at that point, my attention started to get a little bit diverted because hearing that on the radio is not something that just happens every day. That perks you up pretty quickly to figure out, that could be a serious injury. That could be more officers needed something that affects. That took my attention away briefly. As I look back at the subjects, they started to again say that their friend had been assaulted. So I said, hold on, let me pull over so I can get out so I can speak with you directly in person and figure out what's going on. I pulled my squad over.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I pulled my squad over. I exited my driver's side of the vehicle, came around to the front of my vehicle when a short black female who was wearing what appeared to be a blue coat and blue jeans walked in the front of my patrol vehicle. There was 2 other subjects that were with her, and they started to indicate that she had been assaulted by a boyfriend of some type. I started to talk to the female who had the blue coat on, and I said, okay, well, what happened? Who is this person? And she tried to downplay what happened. She didn't want to be cooperative. She made comments to the effect of nothing happened. It was just a verbal argument. I'm fine. I just want to leave.
Did you see any injury on her?
So at that time, I did. The 2 subjects that were with her tried to tell her that they said, no, Erica, you need to tell him what happened. And on it, she had an obvious black eye on one side of her face. The other eye also looked like it was swollen, but it was appear that she had facial injuries that were obvious.
You said they referred to this person by the name of Erica. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you eventually ask this person for her name?
I did eventually ask for her name, yes.
What did she tell you?
She told me that her full name was Erica Patterson and that her date of birth was 10/7 of 1990.
Okay. And were you going to investigate her complaint further?
I was attempting to investigate the complaint further, yes.
And then what happened?
So as I was speaking to this woman who identified herself as Erica, along with the 2 other people that were with her who I did not identify, the calls on the radio at that point were 1078 after 1078 after 1078.
Okay,
And
what does that mean?
so 1078 in law enforcement jargon is officer needs immediate assistance right now, all available units. As that was being called multiple times, other people were coming on the radio and stating there were subjects down in the street, then it was 10 people down, then it was 15, then it was to 30 or 40. And I had to make a decision at that point, speaking with the subjects, particularly the one who appeared to be involved in the most injured, who was not being cooperative with me, that the greater danger and the clear and present threat that was happening downtown had to draw my attention. I had to leave.
All right.
That's
The events
right.
that you've described for us so far, are those all captured on your squad video, sir?
Yes.
And at that time, in November of 2021, were you wearing a body camera?
I was not wearing a body camera at that time.
So you had a video recording device in your squad car, correct? But when you exit your squad, it's no longer recording your activities unless you can be seen on the camera in front of the squad, correct?
I have an audio recording device on my person that is synced and connected to my squad exterior windshield camera.
Okay. And that camera in your squad is stationary, is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Eventually then, do you leave the area where you're speaking with Erica and the other 2 individuals and go to Main Street?
I leave the area. I tell her I'm sorry that I had to go. I went down White Rock, navigated float traffic, went down East Main Street in a westbound direction, and eventually came to East Main Street at Barstow Street, where I exited my patrol vehicle.
Okay, I'm gonna ask, oh yes, before I move away from Exhibit 1, could we please get a screenshot, Madam Clerk, of the drawings by Officer Phillips? And then I'm gonna ask to switch to Exhibit 6, please.
So for purposes of the record, I believe I'm at 1C for the capturing using the annotation feature.
I think we agree with that? Yes.
I didn't mean to injure your funny bone, but I appreciate the injured funny bone report, Keith.
You see, we now put Exhibit 6 on your monitor. It's not yet displayed for the courtroom. You see Exhibit 6 on your monitor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do you recognize this, or do you want us to play it for a few seconds?
I recognize what I'm looking at.
Okay. Do you believe this to be a truthful and accurate recording from your squad video that afternoon, sir?
I haven't listened to it at this point, but I would believe if it's from what I'm looking at, it would be accurate to my squad video, yes.
Okay. And you ultimately saved your squad video and submitted it to be used as evidence in this case, correct, sir?
Yes, I did.
All right. And this is a clip from that squad video?
It appears to be, yes.
Okay. Move to admit and permission to publish Exhibit 6, please.
Mr. Brooks, any position on that?
Yeah. What is the grounds? We haven't seen what's in the video.
Your objection is noted. It is overruled. Exhibit 6 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
All right. So for the record, this clip is about 6 minutes long. It exactly ends at the 5:59 mark. But we're going to play it through, Officer Phillips, and I may ask Ms. Gussie to pause at times so you can kind of describe what's going on in the video. But if you could just orient us what we're looking at right now, please, before we start playing.
So this is an orientation. This would be White Rock Avenue facing a southwesterly direction that would go directly to Main Street. This right here is Baxter Street. And then what you're looking at on the right-hand corner is White Rock Elementary School.
What about way down in the distance? It looks perhaps like it's a church steeple.
I'm going to regular speed here only because we're actually going to pull up the video here where they're going to launch the video where the 3 individuals, that would be Runkle, Erica Patterson, and Nick. Forgot his last name. Well, I don't know. He'll be there. It'll be Corey, Nick, and Erica will approach the officer, so that's why I'm going to go back to regular speed on this one here.
So you can see what looks like the church steeple down. That's going to be Main Street down there. And particularly of note, you can see what looks to be a silver-colored car in the center of the roadway.
He's flipping off Darrell Brooks there.
Unmarked SUV patrol vehicle.
Okay, now,
I'd just like to make
Nicholas
it that
Kirby.
He was
Nicholas
pointing
Kirby.
and saying this, at least initially, he was using his right hand pointing to the roadway that's depicted in the still of this video image. He also said over here, or this is Baxter. You can see about midway in the frame a street sign, and there's a street that intersects. That's where he was pointing to, that particular street. Again, I believe that was Baxter. I believe the rest of his comments comport with the record and don't need further explanation, or at least verification by the court. So go ahead.
all right, thank you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start to play. We're at the 0 mark right now.
All right, here we go.
Where are you going now? Pause, please, I'm sorry. 9 second, we're pausing. Go ahead, officer.
So what you're looking at here is Baxter Street. And right off to your right-hand side, I get that pointing at things with my hand isn't necessarily ideal. But the building over here is the Schutze building. Where those squad lights are there is the parking lot of the Schutze building. There's at least one officer already on foot in this vicinity of the Schutze building where the alleged knife fight with multiple individuals were involved.
This is actually pretty
And I
good.
see, looks like red and blue lights there in the middle of the photo, or the video.
Correct.
Whose squad is that?
I know one of them
I know,
is
Jackie.
Officer Nick Hendrickson.
Okay. And is that the officer that you were referring to earlier when you said another officer was also trying to help you find these subjects involved in the fight?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Off to the left, it looks like there's a bunch of cars parked there.
Correct.
Is that general parking available to the public?
That is general public parking for the Schutze building.
Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and play again.
For the subject of it, are claiming that this might happen.
And then they were at Hartwell and Maine with the reserve officer.
Now it's getting pretty dark as hell there.
Are you driving on Baxter now?
I am driving down.
The two subjects walked down towards the White Rock School. Hispanic male, Hispanic female.
Pause it, please. Whose voice was that, if you know?
I'm not going to say I know 100% sure on that.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Play.
216, I'm 1060. I will meet with the callers.
Okay.
Slow everybody down. I don't see anything resembling what we reported.
Yes, it was happening.
Sure, too, I got it. All this was back to brain. Just here.
Pause. It's a little hard to see, but on the right-hand side, did you see the individuals walking down the street there?
I did. My squad just passed.
I'm sorry,
but
sidewalk. Yeah.
About 2 seconds prior, there were 3 individuals who were walking down the sidewalk. These are the 3 individuals that flagged me down on the passenger side of my car.
Okay.
Good morning,
Go
Bill.
ahead.
Good morning.
We had subject to the main environment, so somebody got hit.
What? What?
Black guy, red SUV, just assaulted our friend in the park.
This guy, he not hit me.
So they called the cops.
All right, this is one portion here. You're going to hear them describing what's going on to the officer, and then the officer has to make a decision. This is when all hell is breaking loose. It's just starting to break loose. And we're talking a block away, basically. All hell is breaking loose, and they're trying to report Darrell to the officer at this point in time. All right, this is their first opportunity. And at the same time, Darrell's doing what he's doing, right? D-Bag is doing what he's doing. DB Darrell, he's doing what he's doing while this officer is just trying to get information about him, and then he's going to have to abandon the whole damn thing. But this, I'm going to let this play. This is actually pretty good here.
You guys have all with a knife or something?
Okay.
I've already been slashed with the knife.
Let me pull over here.
Yeah,
Environment, community 52, I copy 854.
122, front left car, that's through westbound, main, by subway.
Hey, hold on for a second, okay? 216, I need another at Hartwell and White Rock. I have a person reporting it. Okay. White Rock, Hartwell, White Rock. Okay.
Right now, we're just calling the street. Nothing is happening. There's no lights, nothing. They call information.
Okay. Who assaulted you? Who ran? Do we have a weapon?
We have multiple subjects down, 10 to 15 people made in gas fire, repeating, made in gas fire, 1078.
I didn't call.
You gotta handle that, that's fine.
Okay. What is your name? Give me your name. Harris, what's your date of birth? So, 10/7/1990. Erica Patterson. Okay. Okay.
Now, if you could hear that, there's panic in voices right now because we're talking about it went from 5 to 10 to 20 to many people down in the parade. And at that point, he's like, just give me your name. We'll figure this out later. He has to move on. He's actually told, I don't know if you can hear in this video by the other officer, says, you need to go. All right, so he finally makes the decision. I have to bail. I have to move on with life because I have to get down and help other people. I'll get back with you later on. This assault is not the main thing I need to focus on, but it's a very powerful video, actually, for what occurred. Did you see this one yet, Catch Up?
Nope.
All right. Fresh, new to the video. But no, it is a powerful video for the jury to see when you hear the voices coming over his mic. Pretty powerful, if you ask me.
It is.
78.
Well, I'm going to type 52 in front of people's parks, female, not conscious, not alert, not breathing. King County, everybody here available now. One of the freelands got multiple critical fractures.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
It's visual at 369 West Main Street.
Got an unconscious, unresponsive 5-year-old. I'm trying to get him in the vehicle again.
Was that you running away from your squad, sir?
That was me running away, yes.
Okay. Go ahead and have a seat, please.
Now there's stuff that, and this is for you fine people, that's why I'm showing this channel here. There's stuff I'm not going to show. They focus on Darrell Brooks when there's actually terrible footage that is shared on the screen. We're not going to be showing any of that sort of stuff over here, okay? That's why whenever you see it go from video and cut over to Darrell Brooks, you're going to see, of course, Darrell Brooks with no tears. Yes, no tears. Not upset by this whole situation at all, unless it, favors him. But there'll be no tears, but they cut away from him because in this individual's body cam, well, yeah. And you even heard on the radio, we have a 5-year-old unresponsive child, approximately. All right? Yeah, that happens. And he doesn't care. He didn't give a shit. What Darrell Brooks cares about is himself. Always. All right? He cares about him. Unlike Fleabag, who cares about a child and puts her in a shed. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're the same people. They care about themselves. All right.
It was a little bit difficult to hear when you asked Erica Patterson who assaulted her. Did she tell you a name?
She did not, no.
She did not provide you with any names?
She did not.
Okay. You had her name and her date of birth, and that was it at that point?
That's all I could gather before I had to burn out of there as fast as I could.
Okay. Now, when you got to Main Street, where'd you go?
When I got to Main Street...
he's looking for his tiny pencil.
As most of you probably just saw in the video, I took a westbound direction all the way down to Barstow. There's still floats in the parade. I think there was a lot of people that didn't exactly know what was happening in front of them.
Hey, Ketchup, can you hold down the fort? I'm going to let this play, but can you hold down the fort for just a few minutes so I can go get some more ice here?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to let it play. I know what's going to happen here.
Okay.
When I got to Barstow and exited my patrol vehicle, and you saw me running down towards the center of the street, at that point, I was just trying to assist any officer, EMS, civilian individual that was around, and it was just mass chaos, carnage everywhere.
Did you attempt to render aid to some injured individuals?
There was approximately 2 to 3 individuals I can remember talking to directly. They were all members of the band. I don't know which band it was. It was one of the high school bands. They were in the vicinity just west of Barstow on Main. There was a number of them laying in the street, obviously injured. I had face-to-face contact with a few of them laying on the ground. There were parents screaming at me to help their kids. I did what basic measures that I could take as far as emergency life-saving goes. I checked pulses. I asked them to squeeze my finger, asked them what hurt, what they could move. The 2 or 3 I talked to could still move. They could still talk. They could tell me what hurt. There were multiple people standing around them, also providing aid. At that point, some of the radio traffic that I was picking up on, I was gathering that potentially a vehicle had driven through the parade and hit some of these individuals. I contemplated throwing some of these people in my patrol vehicle and trying to get them to a hospital. However, my vehicle just simply isn't equipped to have that kind of space or room to do that. So given the fact that I didn't want to try to move anybody unnecessarily that would have caused further damage to them, especially if somebody's involved in blunt force trauma, such as a car crash, I said, hey, if you're doing fine right now, somebody will be by shortly. We'll get you an ambulance. Just hang tight where you are. And that's basically what I had to ensure at least the 2 or 3 people that I came across. The third person I came across was also a band member. She was a female. Her leg was obviously injured. She was being held upright by a couple of adults. And I asked her what was wrong, what was hurting, if there's anything more serious with her as she was being held up. And she said, officer, I saw what happened. I saw who did this. And I said, what can you tell me? And she said, a red SUV sped through the parade and did this. She didn't say anything more than that. I said, okay. I was like, stay with your family, stay with your parents. Somebody will be by with an ambulance to get you shortly.
These 3 injured individuals you spoke to, would you describe them all as being about teenage years?
Objection.
Overruled, he may answer.
This is the grounds, Your Honor.
Overruled, he may answer.
So is he gonna answer to the question?
What happened?
I forgot to unmute myself. Hang on. Inadvertent bell ring. Thank you, maybe not. Inadvertent bell ring. Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. As you can see, this officer provides a pretty powerful testimony. Thank you again. Maybe not. We do need the inadvertent bell ring to pause in between. Yeah, this guy who decided to destroy Christmas. That's what he did. So thank you, Darrell, for destroying Christmas. And also thank you, maybe not, for the inadvertent bell ring. We do need those occasionally to get through this. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Maybe not. Thank you.
To the prosecution table or to the jury, I'm not sure. He's looking at them answering the questions, but they're not answering the question, asking the questions.
You may answer the question, sir.
The 3 individuals that I met with initially had band uniforms on, and it was my understanding that the band from that vicinity right then and there was a high school band. So I would place them all at teenage age range.
Hi, Melissa.
Were you aware that at some point a person was taken into custody in the 500 block of Elizabeth Street that was related to this incident, sir?
Objection, irrelevant.
Overruled.
I was made aware a little while after my involvement directly in the downtown area, yes.
Did you learn the name of the person who had been taken into custody?
Yes.
What was that name?
I knew from radio traffic at the time that it was a Darrell Brooks. I didn't know the date of birth or middle name or anything at that point.
At some point later, after the chaos had somewhat settled, did you have an opportunity to go back and try and investigate the initial complaint you had taken from Erica Patterson?
Yes, I did.
Did you attempt to identify Ms. Patterson fully through police records?
I did identify Ms. Patterson fully by positive ID, yes.
And did you learn of any complaints that have been filed by Ms. Patterson in the past to other police agencies?
Objection, irrelevant.
Overruled, he may answer the question that's being posed at this point.
I did conduct some more investigation after my involvement in the entire mass casualty incident. When I went back to the police department afterwards, and I was able to verify that Erica Patterson had been involved in other police cases outside of Waukesha.
And specifically, could you find anything linking Ms. Patterson to the defendant, Darrell Brooks?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
Hearsay?
I did find information through our reporting system and other law enforcement sources to directly link Erica Patterson to Darrell Brooks, yes.
And did that information also directly link Darrell Brooks to a vehicle described as a red SUV?
Yes, it did.
I bet you the cross-examination is going to be amazing.
Can't wait.
I'm going to go until about 11:15, folks.
Do you have any other questions for this witness at this time, Your Honor?
You have stuff to do, Ken.
All right, thank you. Mr. Brooks, you may start your cross-examination.
No, I'm good.
I noticed, Officer Phillips, you are in uniform this afternoon. Were you scheduled to work today?
Yes.
So it would be fair to say that you would be on duty as of now if you weren't giving testimony in this matter.
I would be on duty right now, yes.
So it will also be fair to ask.
Stop acting.
If it would be fair to say that you giving testimony right now, you're still getting paid for it?
I am currently employed by the City of Waukesha Police Department on a working patrol shift, on a normal shift for myself, yes.
So with that, would it be fair to say that you are getting paid right now as we speak?
Yes, I'm getting paid right now.
By whom?
Objection, relevance.
Sustained. Next question.
He's trying to prove right now, which is stupid, that he's being paid by the plaintiff, state of Wisconsin or city of Waukesha, that he is being paid. Therefore, he's biased because he's getting paid by the plaintiff. All right? This is stupid. He's an idiot. All right? Any cop that comes, if they're supposed to be on duty, they're going to get paid. All right? He's an idiot. All right? But Mr. Brooks, you can expect stupid questions from a stupid lawyer. What? Well, he's done a pretty good job thus far. But he does about as good of a job as Ray Boner Crusher telling a story.
Were you subpoenaed by the plaintiff in this matter?
Can you rephrase the question?
Were you subpoenaed to testify here today by the plaintiff?
Can you explain it in another way?
That was pretty clear. Were you subpoenaed to testify by the plaintiff in this matter?
I was subpoenaed by the Waukesha County Prosecution's Office to testify in this matter.
And can you say that again just for the record?
I was subpoenaed by the Waukesha County Prosecution's Office in this matter.
Is the Waukesha County Prosecution's Office the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Do you know of any plaintiff in this matter?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Have you ever seen the plaintiff in this matter?
Here we go.
Objection, irrelevant.
Have you ever talked
Sustained.
to the plaintiff in this matter?
He's gonna do this every time.
Sustained.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you
What a
continuing
dummy.
to look at parties that are not asking the questions?
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained.
This dude.
He's killing it. You're doing a good job, Darrell.
So, in the video, it's kind of hard to hear everything that was said when you pulled over and interviewed the three individuals. Can you give a little more commentary on what was actually said?
What?
Can you clarify exactly?
In other words, what?
What exactly were you told
Right.
by the three individuals that you pulled over to interview?
I don't remember or recall exactly what all three individuals said to me, as 1078 and the screams for help by other officials over the radio were directing my attention to figure out what was also going on downtown. What I recall hearing from these individuals is that one of the individuals that was not Erica indicated that their friend had been in a fight or an altercation. So that's when I decided to pull over to try to get more information out of them. Erica, told me that nothing happened, that there was just a verbal altercation, that she wanted nothing to happen and she just wanted to leave. That's when another one of the individuals said, Erica, you need to report what happened. And she still didn't want to. And that was basically about the extent of it when I just tried to get her name as these calls over the radio were coming for whatever was happening downtown that was unbeknownst to me at the time.
There's no way he's guilty, Cynthia. Come on.
So would it be fair to say that you do recall the commentary of the interview?
I'm sorry. Now I will object as argumentative, Your Honor.
Sustained. What I would say, Mr. Brooks, is the use of the word commentary mischaracterizes the evidence. It's argumentative.
So it would be fair to say that you do recall what was said after already saying you don't recall.
I object. It's argumentative.
Sustained. Rephrase your question.
Say that you do recall what was said after already saying you don't recall.
What?
I object. It's argumentative.
What the hell is he
Sustained.
saying?
Rephrase your question.
Darrell clearly missed his calling in life.
It would be fair to say that you responded to a fight at Frame Park, possibly involving a knife. That'd be fair to say.
That is what the initial dispatch was, yes.
Was any knife recovered from that scene, or?
I did not recover a knife.
They
No.
didn't hire him.
Did you see anybody with a knife?
I did not see any individual with a knife.
Did you learn who reported that there was a knife involved?
I do not know the subjects' names that actually reported the incident, no.
From your recollection, sorry. Just 1 second.
Oh boy.
I would enjoy that.
From your recollection, was Erica Patterson being cooperative with the information that she gave you?
Erica Patterson was not being cooperative with the information she was giving me, no.
Come on, Darrell. Get a question out there. You can do it. Come on. This is riveting.
Yep. He's killing it.
Jeremy Hell should hire Darrell.
Do you recall if the male individual reported any information to you?
I believe I heard a male's voice during the time that I was flagged down. I don't recall what information he told me directly.
But there was 3 individuals that you interviewed at that time. Would that be fair to say?
There were 3 individuals present at the time I was flagged down. Yes.
And one of them was a male. Would that be fair to say?
Correct. Yes.
But you don't recall him relaying any type of information to you at that time?
I remember hearing a male's voice. I don't remember what information that specific person told me at that time.
Hi, Peculiar.
Hey, Peculiar.
And happy guest of food to you too.
Just so we're clear on the record.
Gotta be clear on the record. Record's gotta be clear.
About how long did you conduct that interview? Would you say, was it a couple of minutes or?
I'd have to look directly at the squad video for an exact timestamp.
After you interviewed those 3 individuals, did you later gain any more information of the incident that you were investigating at that time?
I did not gain any further information regarding the specific fight that I was initially dispatched to, no.
Come on, you can do it. Spit it out.
And just so we're clear for the record, you did not talk to the plaintiff about testifying.
Oh,
Objection.
boy.
Say. Sustained.
Did you say vague? Were you contacted in any way by the plaintiff to testify here today?
Objection irrelevant. Sustained.
Good job. That's a good question. Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if there's even a plaintiff in this matter?
Nobody knows that.
I was contacted by the Waukesha County District Attorney's Office to testify in this case.
Do you know if that's the plaintiff in this matter?
Generally, in a criminal case, the plaintiff would be the state of Wisconsin. That is my assumption in this case, that the plaintiff is the state of Wisconsin.
So the state of Wisconsin is the plaintiff in this matter, to your knowledge?
That would be correct, yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Don't nail it.
Thank you. Do we redirect?
Just very briefly, one question. You had been asked by Mr. Brooks if you did anything to further investigate the initial fights that you were dispatched to. Do you remember that question?
Yes.
Did you, in fact, relay to detectives who were working on this parade incident the information you had found out about the link between Erica Patterson and Darrell Brooks?
Yes.
To your knowledge, did detectives then follow up?
To my knowledge, it's detectives that followed up on any further investigation regarding the fight itself.
Thank you. Nothing else.
All right. Thank you, sir. You may step down.
See you, maybe not. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You have your next witness.
Yes, I'd also like to move Exhibit 1C into the record, please.
Exhibit 1C is received.
Thank you.
I'll take for that, Your Honor.
Your objection is noted.
Can I state the grounds?
Grounds.
If I may.
You may.
There's a point in the video that was shown, like during the interview part between the officer and the 3 individuals where.
That's not the exhibit we're talking about.
Well,
We're talking about 1C, which is the annotations to the map that were made that are captured by the annotation system that the state just moved in and the court received.
Okay. I didn't understand what was being referred to. I was gonna bring this up, but I wanted to wait.
Sir, let's take it up outside the presence of the jury later on. You'll have to remind me later. I've already received the video, which is exhibit number 6.
That video has some language in it that you made an order on. So I just want to put that on the record.
This is the one time Darrell Brooks is making actually a valid point. Okay? I'm going to make this clear. It is said subtly in the video, all right, that, and you can barely hear it, but that Erica Patterson was, I don't know, hit by Darrell Brooks. But somebody says it happened the night before. Now, the judge has stricken that from the record in terms of, now he'll bring it up so many times, it doesn't matter. He's going to open the door to it himself. But because they dropped that from the charges against Darrell Brooks, she ordered it not to be openly discussed, and it does appear in this video. That is why Darrell Brooks is complaining about this. I just want to make this clear because it can barely be heard in the video. So that's what's going on here. That's what he's alluding to. Now, the judge doesn't want to address this in front of the jury because it's only going to bring more oversight or more insight into what was said. Okay. Now, the prosecution missed this. All right. I do have to say that they missed this. They didn't catch it because there was so much going on with the screams and the yelling and the cries and all the carnage that was taking place. The prosecution missed this. It's very hard to hear, but it did occur. He does make one valid point here. There you go. But both sides of the coin there, catch up. There you go. I gave both sides, okay?
Something that you ruled on.
Sir, we'll take it up outside the presence of the jury. All right? I need to keep going on. Next witness, please.
The state will call Kyle Edwards.
All right, Mr. Edwards, please make your way to the witness stand, which is to my right. It is up a riser. When you get to the witness stand, please remain standing, raise your right hand, and my clerk, Teresa, will swear you in.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated.
Yes, welcome back.
First thing I will ask you to do is to state your first and last names for the record and then spell each.
Oh, he's
Kyle
getting ready.
Edwards, KYLEEDWARDS.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for being here.
This dummy's got his big box of paperwork and he's looking for, let me see where I can find Carl Williams. Right, okay, so I can do a very, very solid cross-examination. Carl Williams, this is going to be a good one. Going to do a good job with this one. As soon as I pull his paperwork and then, I'll read through it, I'll skim it.
Thorough.
Optics died. Peculiar Optics didn't die. We resuscitated her. We brought her back. You know you're a good lawyer when the witness comes in and you pull down your big box of, documents and you're like, oh, let me find his name. This will be a good one. This will be a good one.
He knew what witnesses were going to be called today, so he could have prepared for this.
He didn't, actually. Let me make that clear. He actually didn't. He had a list of witnesses. All right. The reason that the prosecution knew what order things were going to get called on, or knew the order, was because they had to contact them for him. All right. He actually doesn't know what order they're going to be called on. in this particular case, okay, or when the prosecution's going, and he'll bring this point up later on, like, oh, I didn't know the order they were going to call things in. I didn't know. So yeah, but of course he could have contacted his own witnesses and put them in whatever order he wanted. But he didn't want to do that because he would have had to dial up the middle, 1-800, call AT&T or whatever and be like, hey, there's murder called. Good news, you're in court tomorrow. And he was like, I don't think they're going to take that collect call. And so,
But he had a witness list, so he could have made up questions for everyone on his witness list
he could
ahead
have
of time and then tweaked it later,
Yeah. But I also want to keep in mind one other thing. Look at the state that the boxes are in now, right? These little boxes of all of his banker boxes of all of his stuff, and what they're going to look like in a few days. Because these boxes are going to go through a lot of travels over the next few days. He'll be traveling. And a lot of traveling of these boxes, putting on a cart and off a cart and on a cart and off a cart. Eventually, I don't know if the boxes survive. I don't know, folks. We're gonna get. It's a long road for these boxes. Now, this particular witness, I believe, was at the parade, and I believe saw the initial SUV run through the parade. I believe he had interactions with Darrell Brooks prior to the parade. And also, he might have assisted some of the injured people. I can't remember 100%. I do know, I believe he had interactions with Darrell Brooks in vehicle, all right, prior to the parade, all right? Hopefully that helps. Hi, Rosie's T. How are you, Rosie T?
Edwards, KYLETDWARDS.
Thank you. Go ahead, your witness.
Hi, Georgie.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for being here. What city or town do you live in, sir?
At the time, Waukesha. Right now, I live in Pewaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay. So back in November of 2021, you lived here in Waukesha. Is that correct? Okay. And I just want to ask you very briefly, do you have any medical training, sir?
I've been in the service for 17 years, so limited combat lifesaver, just basic Army warrior tasks, that type of medical stuff.
Okay. And on November 21 of 2021, did you make plans to attend the Waukesha Christmas parade?
Yes,
and were you attending that parade with any family members?
Yeah, my wife and 2 kids at the time.
Okay. Did you travel to the area where the parade was being held by car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, car.
And do you remember what road you may have taken to approach the parade area?
Yeah, we lived just east of Frame Park, so we crossed the river and then came up into the downtown area using East North Street.
Okay. And was there a time when you came to the intersection of North Street and Barstow?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, at the corner of East North Street and Barstow, there was a stoplight there. So.
Okay. I'm going to put up a document that's been labeled as Exhibit Number 7. You get a chance to look at it on your screen first, sir.
Now, while he's looking at this, I'll say what happened was he encountered Darrell Brooks when Darrell Brooks was going on the wrong way up the road, trying to go into a gas station. They'll have some interactions. Darrell Brooks.
I'm sorry, Madam Clerk, could you? There we go.
Darrell Brooks will throw his hands up in the air, all upset.
Do you see Exhibit 7 on the screen in front of you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recognize what's shown in Exhibit Number 7?
I do, ma'am.
What do you see there, sir?
So that's the intersection we had stopped at. We were coming southwest on North Street, which at the time is a one-way, and stopped at the intersection of East North Street and Barstow with a gas station on our left.
Okay. Does the photograph in Exhibit Number 7 accurately represent that intersection to the best of your knowledge, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Move to admit and permission to publish Number 7, please.
Any position on that, Mr. Brooks?
Yeah, object.
Of course he objects.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. Exhibit 7 is received. Permission to publish is granted.
Just waiting for it to come up on the screen here for everybody to see. Okay. So the roadway is clearly marked as North Street, and the other roadway is clearly marked as Northwest Barstow Street. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the big square kind of on the middle right-hand side of the exhibits is the gas station, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is actually a touch screen in front of you, so I'm going to ask you to please.
Him actually talking about his encounter with Darrell Brooks is hearsay. It's not hearsay, but it's coming out of my mouth. It's what happened. It's what I saw. Nope, hearsay. Yep.
Eyewitness hearsay.
Eyewitness hearsay. This is the first time ever we've had eyewitness hearsay.
Mark with an X where you were positioned on North Street. And North Street is a one-way street, is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the direction of travel, if you could mark it in a spot not near where we're going to need to point out other things?
Yeah, so this
Okay, perfect. And what about Barstow Street? Is that one-way or two-way, if you know?
I believe it's a two-way.
Okay. And did you stop at that intersection, sir? That's a controlled intersection?
Yes, we were stopped at the red light.
Okay. And you were in that left-hand lane. It's two-lane street there? Or 3 lanes, maybe?
2 or 3. There might be. It looks like there's a turn lane there. So.
Okay. And so you're stopped at the lane closest to the gas station?
That's correct.
And what happened as you're sitting there, sir?
So about the same time as we were coming up to stop at the stoplight, there was a vehicle that made a left from Barstow onto the wrong way to go to the wrong way on North Street and stopped right up against our vehicle. So,
Okay, could you just draw the path of travel that you just described, please?
Yeah.
What kind of vehicle was this, sir?
it was a red SUV, kind of an older model.
Do you know maker model specifically or not really?
At the time, no. I wouldn't be able to say. Just a red SUV. So
Okay, and you've already indicated that's the wrong way to be going on North Street.
correct.
Overruled.
What did you do when you saw this red SUV turning the wrong way into your path of travel?
We kind of approached that stop line at the same time. And so we were really with the other vehicle hood to hood. And again, my wife and 2 kids were in the car. And the driver of the other vehicle kind of put up their hands. I could see through the 2 windshields that the other driver put up their hands and was kind of gesturing wildly, like, again, I don't know if mouthing's the right word, but kind of frantically. It seemed to upset at us that we were, either going the wrong way or. So I kind of did the same thing, just put my hands up and just kind of was confused because we were coming up to a stoplight and a car had approached us and was hood to hood.
Okay. Did you stay parked hood to hood or what happened?
So the person in the other vehicle kind of made mention with like a knife hand to his right, my left, to go in maybe towards the gas station. But he was kind of pointing to go into the driveway of the gas station. So I looked in my rearview mirror. There was no one parked behind me at the time. And other than that vehicle having to maybe back up into the intersection, I could see that they were motioning to go into the driveway of the gas station.
Okay. Can you point out the driveway, please, for the jury?
Yeah, it's just an open driveway here.
Okay.
So I put the car in reverse, backed up maybe 5 feet, and then the vehicle drove into the gas station parking lot.
Do you know who was driving that car?
Again, windshield to windshield, we were somewhat able to identify basic features. But when the car drove into the parking lot, it kind of stopped, positioned itself at an angle, and the driver rolled down the window.
Okay.
Should I draw where they stopped?
Sure.
So the vehicle drove in and kind of stopped on a diagonal like this.
All right. And you're still stopped at the stoplight?
Correct. Still stopped at the stoplight.
Okay.
So the other driver rolled down the window of their vehicle. I just, as a reaction, also rolled down the window of my. I don't know why. It's just a reaction.
This here is not a law enforcement officer, okay? This is a regular citizen attending the parade, not a law enforcement officer. He encountered Darrell Brooks prior to the parade. This is to show maybe Darrell Brooks' state of mind, and also this guy then sees the same SUV run through the parade as he's also an attendant of the parade. So he encounters Darrell right before. So let's imagine this.
I was just going to say, imagine that. That's crazy.
Darrell Brooks drives off from Erica Patterson. All right, runs into this guy going the wrong way on a street. All right, this guy throws his hands in the air. Darrell, of course, throws his hands in the air, like, what the hell are you doing? He motions that, he's trying to get to the gas station. So this guy backs up, and Darrell goes in and pulls into the gas station. Then this guy parks his car, goes to the parade, same SUV drives through the parade route. So he sees it twice. He encounters Darrell before, and then during the encounter. Darrell's going to have a huge problem with this whole situation because he couldn't identify. Darrell was driving the car during the parade. It went by too fast. All right. But he could identify him prior to the parade. But see, he didn't know Darrell Brooks' name at either point in time. So how could he actually identify Darrell Brooks if he didn't know his name, in the first encounter or the second encounter? Because the second encounter, he couldn't even see Darrell Brooks. It was just a similar SUV, so it could have been anybody driving. It could have been a different SUV. Nobody knows. So that's Darrell's claim. We'll see how it goes. They'll probably, my understanding is after this witness, they will unshackle Darrell Brooks and release him from prison because clearly he's going to make massive points with the jurors here. Very good point here. Good witness. Good witness for DB. He's really going to kill it here. Oh, boy.
So the other driver rolled down their window, maybe halfway, and stuck his head out and kind of looked back. And he said, why didn't you get out of the way? And I'm trying to get gas. And I said, well, it's a one-way.
Okay.
We're going the wrong way down the runway. Well, I'm telling you, I need to get gas. And I go, okay, man. And then it was a green light, and then we proceeded. So.
Okay. Do you think you can identify the driver of that red SUV?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see that person present in this courtroom here?
I do, yeah.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that Mr. Brooks be instructed to remove his mask temporarily.
Mr. Brooks, you're instructed to take off your mask temporarily and look up, please. Thank you.
So at the time, there was a lot more dark facial hair features and longer hair as well. So
Okay.
again, I would have saw through the windshield once, but then also with the window rolled down, kind of looking back. So maybe just like the forehead and then the long, massive hair.
Sure. So different than he looks today with kind of a clean shaven or very short hairstyle
Yes,
and
ma'am.
scruff or stubble on his chin.
Yes, ma'am.
Scruff. She says he's got scruff. I'm surprised he didn't object to that. He's got scruff. Some scruff on his chin there, maybe.
Well, his booking photo was awful.
I know. He looked like, he looked homeless, like he lived in a tent in his mom's backyard.
Right.
He looked like, a darker pigmented John Cook. Okay? Very dirty, very scruffy, loser, unemployed, lazy.
Pretty accurate, actually.
Actually, let me look. Hang on. Is Darrell Brooks related to John Crook? Let me go through the genealogy tree here. There's no actual direct relation that we can come up with, but
Third cousin.
I do understand. My understanding is they're both equally stupid, although John Crook appears to be even more stupid, to be honest with you, because if you can look at Darrell Brooks's defense and John Crook in court, and to be honest with you, Darrell did a better job. If you remember John Crook saying, I object. The signs were placed in Florida, not in Ohio. We might have to place the signs again. But
And he didn't write the signs. He just helped put them up.
I object. The pew pew was not brandished and pointed at Jeremy Hills in Ohio. That was in Florida. So, in that regard, I'm going to say Darrell Brooks smarter. All right. I would say also probably Darrell Brooks more evil, but I would say smarter than John Crook. But, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, but you do think it was Darrell Brooks that was driving that car based on seeing him in court here today?
I do, ma'am.
Okay. Did you continue on to the parade, sir?
Yes, we did, yeah.
And where did you and your family watch the parade?
We were on literally on Broadway Street. So that was one of the streets that intersects at the 5 Points, intersects Main Street. And so it was really windy. So we wanted to kind of face away from the wind with the kids. So we were sitting on Broadway.
I'm sorry, I want to back up one step before I leave the gas station. Did it appear to you as though Mr. Brooks was alone in the car?
Yes, it did.
You only saw one person in that car?
That's correct.
At that.
The objection is overruled. His answer may stand.
Hearsay.
Did you see any black female subjects walking in the area during this time?
No, ma'am.
Okay, now let's go back to the parade. You said you were near the 5 Points?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were kind of positioned in an area, try to get out of the wind, right?
Not out of the wind, but with our backs to the wind. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
It was very windy that night, right?
Yes.
Overruled.
Did you see a red SUV go through the parade as you were watching it, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you remember seeing, sir?
It was from our left. It approached to right. The direct view in front of us, there were no floats or parade participants. It was kind of a gap in the parade entries.
Okay.
And so the vehicle approached from our left. There was somebody that flew through the air, and then it exited to the right of our perspective, and that's all we saw. So because we were a little bit, maybe a row or two back from the front of the parade, we didn't have a long view of it coming and it leaving. It was kind of an enter the frame of reference and then exit pretty quickly.
Okay. But you did unfortunately see a person flying through the air?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you tell anything about the person as far as what group or unit they were with? If you know. If you don't know, that's okay.
No, it was just dark clothing.
Okay.
The objection is overruled. His answer may stand.
At that point,
He sees a person fly through the air. Oh, by the way, I want to point out, I'm going to circle this guy. He's going to be very important much later on. This is an investigator for the prosecution team. All right. That is his job, is to go out and basically gather stuff for the prosecution team. All right. So Darrell Brooks is going to have a big problem with this guy much later on the trial. You'll see. His questions will never get answered. Okay. But I just want to let you know who that is. Okay.
sir, near that 5 Points intersection, did you hear the horn of the SUV honking as it came through that intersection?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What did you do next?
We folded up our.
All right, I'm sorry, Paramount Performance is here. We do have to restart from the beginning. So we are going to start over. We're going to go back to the very beginning of the stream and start over. I hope that's okay. If you have a problem with that, despite all of the stupid we've already endured with Darrell Brooks, blame Paramount Performance RC, please, because they're clearly responsible for and Paramount's also pregnant as well. All right, we got another little one's on the way, late twice, late, so late. We have another little man, little lady on its way. Oh, triplets, says Front Cycle. Triplets, oh boy. So, okay, here we go back to the very beginning of the stream. We're going to start completely over due to Paramount Performance. Unless Paramount can clarify and let me know if we can just continue on. Paramount, can we just continue on, or do you really want to force these 101 people to go all the way back to the beginning of where we started? Oh man, everything hangs on Paramount Performance right now. This is terrible what this person has done to the Just Your Hip show, making all of you fine folks go back hours to the beginning of this Paramount Performance. Oh my goodness.
2 kids in the chair, in the folding parade, lawn chair, and then got them back to the vehicle pretty quickly.
Okay.
And then my wife went to drive the kids home, and then I went back to help out with the craziness. So.
Okay. Why'd you go back to help?
It was just a reaction. I think I'll give credit to my wife. She handed me a couple diapers and a bottle of water and said, you got to go back. So we were right there.
Okay.
So we went back.
And again, you have some limited first aid training, or perhaps more than basic training. You're have some good knowledge from your service in the armed. Mr. Brooks may have some questions.
Mr. Brooks?
I'm sorry. Yep. Thank you, Ms. Basie. Could I please ask the clerk to make a screenshot and mark it as 1D, and then I would move to admit.
7A. Should be right.
Yes.
Actually, it will be 7A.
Thank you.
So that will be marked as 7A. Mr. Brooks, any position on that?
Yeah, I object to the relevancy of it. This what's on the screen right now. We talking about this?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see the relevance of this.
Not relevant.
Your objection is noted. It's overruled. The court receives Exhibit 7A.
He's so
Do you have any
frustrated.
questions for this witness?
Yes, I do. And your so you have a written statement and a statement that you gave to Officer Barrett. Would that be fair to say?
I don't remember the name of the officer that took my statement.
Would it be fair to say that you were interviewed by a female officer?
Yes.
And would it also be fair that you gave a written statement to that same officer?
I think I signed the statement that she wrote.
So it'd be fair to say that the officer wrote down what you told her?
Yes.
And do you remember the date that interview took place?
A couple days after the parade incident.
Any reason why it wouldn't have been the same day as the parade?
I would assume that they were rendering aid to the victims of the incident.
I would assume that they had thousands of people to contact, all right? Yeah, they probably didn't, the detectives probably didn't make it to every single witness, the same day or within hours.
Yeah, they were a little busy.
Probably because of the chaos that you created, jackass. Yes, they had thousands of people to interview, you idiot. But oh no, he thinks, oh my God, they should have interviewed everyone within like an hour. This is crazy. This is terrible what they did. I mean, it's clearly they've forgotten what happened, so.
Not to mention how many extra fire departments and ambulances and police that they had to have come in from other places, other cities to help.
Yes, people were traveling. They had to haul people. In quite frankly, this is against protocol. I think Darrell might even bring this up. It's terrible. I can't remember if he does or not, but I believe there was a couple injured people that got hauled by a police car, and that's not protocol.
Right.
I can't remember if Darrell makes a stink out of this on the record or not, as if like, whoa, so you weren't following, protocols. That's how big of a dick Darrell is, okay? That's how big of a D-bag that he is.
This guy.
All right, well, yeah, this guy goes back to render aid to the victims, but Darrell's going to be a D-bag to him too. That's what he does.
It took a while to get back to anybody that had called in with any altercations, or not altercations, but interactions.
Do you recall stating in this interview that you saw the news and a picture of the male driving the said SUV?
I believe in the statement I said that I wanted to provide a description of who I had the interaction with before I saw any picture of anybody on the news.
So you never stated that since the incident and before the statement that you saw the news and a picture of the male?
I guess I don't understand the question.
In your statement that the officer wrote down. Well, let me back up. Did you see a picture of the alleged defendant on the news?
Yes, but not before I provided the description to the officer.
So the description that you gave, would that be the same officer that did the interview?
I called the evening of the incident. I called the non-emergency line and provided a description at maybe 10:30 that evening of the event. and then provided the same description to the officer, a few days later.
Do you recall why you called the non-emergency line for something that would have been so big that it should have been an emergency call?
Oh my God, he didn't call the emergency line because, well, maybe.
It's not an emergency. It happened already, you idiot.
And also, maybe he figured they were busy.
Right?
They had shit going on. I'll get back to this later when maybe they're a little less busy. So happened at about 5-ish o'clock or so. He calls in about 5.5 hours later. Let's let things die down a little bit. Let everyone, get to the hospital. But no,
Right.
to Darrell Brooks. Boy, my God, he should have really just rushed in for this major emergency call to let him know the details.
They didn't even open our street back up until the next day.
And it wasn't early on the next day. It was like afternoon.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I believe they were there until about noon, maybe 2 o'clock the following afternoon, still cleaning up the area to collect their evidence. It was crazy. Now, there will be things I'm going to skip past. There are some people. Well, I'm not going to say I'm like going to fly through. Let's put it that way. Of a couple witnesses that are going to, testify to like how long it took for the car to get from one spot to another spot, to testify to speed. The speed really doesn't matter. All right. We know what happened. The speed doesn't matter, but it takes up hours on end of questioning from Darrell Brooks. We can skip back. How fast the car traveled doesn't matter. The injuries that occurred and the deaths that occurred is what matters. Okay, so there will be some stuff I'm getting through some of the early on testimony, and I'm going to mostly focus on the really, really important witnesses and Darrell Brooks blowups, of course.
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained. Please rephrase the question, Mr. Brooks.
Any reason why you would call the non-emergency line?
Someone going down a wrong way on a one-way street a few minutes before the parade didn't seem like an emergency compared to what had happened at the parade.
So would it be fair to say that you were then reporting someone going down the wrong way, trying to get into the gas station at that time?
At what time?
At the time that you called the non-emergency number.
I wanted to report that I had seen someone in a red SUV going the wrong way down one way before the parade, and the possibility that it was connected to the red SUV that I had seen drive through the parade.
He's killing it here.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that officer behind him getting to release him.
That non-emergency report, as you state, would have been to make a possible connection between the two incidents?
I was just reporting what I had seen.
So at that time, would it be fair to say you weren't sure if there was a connection?
I would say that I had a red SUV 5 feet from my hood, and then I saw a red SUV drive through the parade and wanted to, notify the police that I had seen that.
So at the time, were you sure that there was a connection?
Pretty sure, yes.
And what would have made you pretty sure?
The color of the SUV, the approximate age of the SUV, the timing between the 20 minutes of where I was in Waukesha to the 25 minutes later that I had seen the red SUV go through the parade.
How about the driving habits?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Would it be fair to say that you just described the SUV that made the wrong turn going into the gas station as an older model? I think that was your correct words. Is that fair?
Yes.
Is there any reason why you wouldn't be able to make the connection between the older model SUV that you saw going into the gas station and the one that you saw in the parade?
No, they were similar age. I guess older subjective. I mean, it was a similar age, the one I saw before the parade and the one I saw during the parade.
So it'd be fair to say that you weren't exactly sure.
I'm pretty sure they were the same vehicle.
Great
Do
line
you
of
recall in
questioning.
your statement saying that you were 95% sure?
That sounds
pretty
right, yes,
sure.
95%. I would give that same percentage, yes.
That's called pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Why would you not be 100% sure if you say that you
Oh,
believe that they
boy.
were the same vehicle?
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained. Please rephrase the question, Mr. Brooks.
I guess I'll say like what was
Like, look,
what put any doubt in your head that they weren't the same vehicle?
I wasn't able to see the driver of the person going through the parade because it was moving so fast. So I guess there's a very, very small chance that the red SUV I saw beforehand happened to be a similar year, make, and model and color of the SUV that I saw go through the parade.
So
killing it.
you weren't exactly
Mhm.
sure who was driving the SUV in the parade.
Nope.
Correct.
What's the business?
Do you recall stating? Do you recall in the statement that the officer wrote down? Do you recall telling the officer that was writing the report that you're 95% sure the male you saw prior to the parade at the gas station was the one driving through the parade route?
As far as not, I would not be able to identify who was driving through the parade route because the vehicle was moving too fast. As far as not, I would not be able to identify who was driving through the parade route because the vehicle was moving too fast.
Fortunately for Darrell,
Do you
there's
recall saying
cameras
that
on every street
his voice
light.
was the same?
Yes. So when the second interview had taken place, again, I wanted to provide the description to the officer, the visual description.
When we get to the pics, I believe we're not going to make it there today. The very last witness of the day, I believe, is the lead detective, and we're going to get you direct pics of Darrell Brooks in the red Ford, which are undeniable. Okay, he'll make it deniable, of course, because he's still. But we're going to finish this witness the best we can, and then we'll pick things up at a later date, maybe Sunday. We'll do it. And, if the Fleabags do a crummy or their typical Saturday show, we'll probably talk about it, but I really want to continue on with my coverage of what I want. I don't want to focus my show on the Fleabags and their shitty show every day. All right, I'm going to do that on Saturday. I'm going to do a wonderful Flea Cap on Saturday, and me and Star will give you a great show Saturday. We'll discuss the Fleabags, and I'll do it again on Monday.
Especially while she's playing stupid.
Yeah, and we'll do a wonderful Monday Responde Cap. But, Sunday I'll probably, if I can, try and do another Darrell Brooks stream, if possible. We'll see how things go, how things work out with the schedule. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out. But, yeah, I can't. I do the Fleabags like 3-4 days a week already. I don't want to do them 7 days a week. I have other stuff I like to cover myself, and I hope that's okay with you. And if not, well, probably another stream. Not everybody likes this coverage. That's okay. It's what I'm sharing. All right. It's what I'm doing. Okay.
The night of. But just as I did now, I'm 95% sure that the interaction that I had prior to the parade was with you.
Who do you refer to when you say you?
Whatever your name is.
Whatever. He doesn't want to do it.
So you don't know the alleged defendant's name?
Alleged defendant.
I do, yeah.
Come on, Darrell.
Would it be safe to assume that if you couldn't see who was driving the SUV in the parade route, that you also couldn't identify if it was the same voice?
The voice has nothing to do with the driver of the vehicle driving the parade. Again, it was moving too quickly. I wasn't able to identify the driver when I saw the vehicle going through the parade.
So would it be safe to assume that you got the description from the news and picture of the person that you seen on the news?
The person and the voice that I saw in the news matched who I interacted with prior to the parade.
But just so we're clear for the record, there was no way you saw who was driving the vehicle in the parade route.
Correct.
Made that very clear. He should have taken the SUV to the whip.
Going back to the interaction at the gas station, do you recall telling the interviewing officer that the driver of that vehicle rolled down the window to say, "I'm almost out of gas"?
Yes.
Do you recall backing your vehicle up to let the driver of that car into the gas station?
Yes.
Just 5 or 6 more minutes here, folks. We'll be done with this guy.
Do you remember how far you backed up?
5 feet.
Do you remember telling the reporting officer who was writing down your statement that it was 10 feet?
5 to 10 feet.
Was it 5 feet or 10 feet?
It was enough to let the vehicle into the gas station.
So would it be safe to say that you don't recall?
It would be safe to say it's between 5 and 10 feet.
I mean, I'll clear that up for you. That's true, Paramount. I could.
After your initial non-emergency call, it was the night of the parade that you made the non-emergency call, correct?
Yes.
Do you recall how long after that you were then interviewed by law enforcement?
A few days.
Did you try to attempt to call and report again?
Yes, I think so. I think I called again maybe a day or two later, just because again it was when I first called the night of. They seemed to be pretty busy, so I called a day or two later just to make sure that anybody had taken down the statement that I had made the night of, and then it was a couple days later that the officer came out to interview me.
Would it be fair to state that at that time you were still seeking to report what had happened at the gas station?
That's correct.
So you weren't seeking to report any connection between the gas station incident and what you saw in the parade route?
Objection asked and answered.
Overruled. He may answer.
I was calling to report what I had seen before the parade.
And the second reporting was before you actually were interviewed, correct? Just so we're clear for the record.
Got me clear for the record.
The second time that you called to make a report about the gas station incident, that was before you ultimately were interviewed by law enforcement.
That was the
That's
only
correct.
time
The second call was
called,
just to make sure
right?
that they still had my name, and I didn't really file a formal report that second time. It was just a call to see that they still had my name and contact info, and they had said that an officer would be out eventually to interview.
At that time, when you called to make sure that they still had your name on file, or your report about the gas station incident, at that time, had you made any connection to that incident and what you saw at the parade?
I'm going to object. We've been through this.
Oh, sustained. It's been asked and answered. Mr. Brooks, I draw your attention once again to 90611. Next topic, please.
Noted.
You can do it. Come up with a question.
And were you
That you haven't asked.
subpoenaed by the state of Wisconsin?
There we
Testify
go.
today?
I was either the state or the county. I received a letter from the county.
Did they identify as the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Sustained.
There we go.
Do you see the state of Wisconsin in the courtroom today?
Objection, Your Honor. Vague.
Sustained.
To the best of your knowledge, do you know if the state of Wisconsin is the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Sustained.
Have you ever had any interaction with the state of Wisconsin?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Sustained.
Ever had a phone conversation with the state of Wisconsin?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Sustained.
Do you even know the state of Wisconsin?
Same objection.
Sustained.
Why can't we get answers to this question?
New topic, or I'll stop the cross-examination under 90611.
One second.
He's got a bombshell. Bombshell! Here comes the bombshell.
Do you recall how long approximately you were stopped at the red light during the gas station incident?
A minute or two.
Did you ever see the vehicle that went into the gas station actually get gas?
When we turned left onto Barstow, I noticed that the vehicle didn't stop for gas and was going to either exit to go back on north, but it didn't stop at a gas pump.
Did you see the vehicle pull off from the gas station, or was it just kind of stationary parked?
I can't say what the vehicle did because I was already at that point out of view. I just know that it had not gone to one of the gas pumps.
No further questions.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Great, thank you, sir. You may step down.
All right, we finished with that one there. We got through a few more witnesses. Very solid testimony there, Catch Up. Anything that you learned there that maybe you didn't know before? I mean, first off, we do know that actually I want to pull this back up again. Hang on one sec, because this is very important. One of the most important things that I can show you here is this individual here, where I'm circling him. You guys all see me circling him, right? Catch Up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He did not notice Darrell Brooks getting gas. So that happened.
I didn't even know about this whole gas station thing that happened before the parade.
Oh, there's more than one witness on this deal here, Catch Up. Oh, yes, the next witness is going to testify to the same thing. We'll kind of cruise through her pretty fast because I'm not today, but we'll cruise through her very fast just because very similar testimony. There's not a lot that's totally relevant other than this guy's testimony, which is to the state of mind of Darrell Brooks, where he was agitated, trying to say he needed gas because he was almost out of gas. Then he didn't get gas. All right. And now we know for a fact Darrell Brooks did not get gas.
But he was driving like a jackhole before the parade.
Well, no, I like to bring the hard-hitting information here.
Right.
Now, the major things that happened, and that is Darrell Brooks did not get gas. Just to be clear. For the record, gotta keep the record clear. You know, gotta have a clear record. It's obvious. It's mind-boggling. And we gotta keep the record clear. You know, grounds. Just saying. Oh wait, no, he doesn't do just saying. No, he does grounds. But we're gonna get to the truth of all of this. We're gonna get to the truth. That's very important, and we're gonna find out if the judge ever took her oath of office.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. It's a fun ride, folks. It's a fun ride. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I'll be back tonight with Ketchup and Star. We're gonna do some people watch. Let me write down where we left off in this stream here. Where we left off, 6:04. So we're almost done with day 2. 6:04. Got it circled. We're almost done with day 2. We're gonna cruise right into day 3. Like I said, I'm focusing a little bit more on these early on witnesses. There will be some witnesses later on that we just cruise right through. Have a great day, all you fine folks. Thanks for joining me, Catch Up. I hope you had fun. I'll see you tonight for People Watch.
Okay, sounds good.
And then tomorrow, I'll give you one hell of a flea cap because there's a ton to cover. Because last night's show, my understanding, I only caught about an hour of it. But my understanding was it was delightful.
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it. It was a snooze fest in the beginning.
Yeah. I swear to God, I heard last night, or it might have been the night before, where she was like, I have to take so many cough drops. I just don't. Who's had a cough for like 2 years that I've been listening to? Who has had a cough like that? Go to the doctor, for God's sakes. That is not normal to have a cough like that for this many years. Go to your doctor. Get some treatment for your emphysema, please.
I can tell you one thing, Joe. Jay, it's not a smoker's cough.
No, it's not smoker's cough. It's the allergies that's going on because the air down there, it just, it gets caught in her gullet is the thing. The air.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dry. It's just dry in her gullet. All
Dry
right.
in the garage.
I will see you fine folks later in the night. I hope you had fun, as we say all the time over here. Catch up.
All the best.
Bye.